Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Monday Sound Stream. We got a wide variety of news from Hasbro to Hasbro to Hasbro to Hasbro to Hasbro.
Don't forget Hasbro.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot Hasbro. So, on
What
this
about,
week's...
but what about Fisher Price?
I don't... Fisher Price is
Man,
dead to me ever since
What about
Imaginext.
VTech?
VTech?
Or Tiger Electronics?
Tiger! Oh, God, we're already off the rails, and we just started. Oh no! As you can hear in our chat, we have the Kaus that is the fighter, the Jerry.
Yeah. I'm doing well. I didn't think I'd be doing well. Today's my mom's birthday, so I've been running around town since like noon, and only got home like just now.
Yeah. So I'm glad you're here, because you get to join in our wonderful chats about chatting. And then we also have the Dark Claw, the Ryan, or should I say the Claw Dark? I was flip-flopping names, and then I forgot I was doing that.
So, do you guys like the Peaches? Because I heard there's a song about the Peaches.
Oh god, that's a whole can of worms. We're gonna do a poll. First things first. News topic order. Let's see. We got like 3 pieces of Hasbro news that are like just toy news. I could discuss them in any order, so I'm gonna put this up to a poll. Which news should we talk about first? Because honestly, we're gonna do all 3, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do Indiana Jones. We got Star Wars, or the one that will probably win because I know my audience at this point. Transformers. All right, so we're gonna vote on that while we discuss other things, and then I'll just come back around and go which one's winning, and we'll talk about that.
Oh, in other news, apparently we're getting the trailer, the first show for the Marvels tomorrow. I think even another movie's still coming out this year.
Oh my god, I have to prepare the bunker already. I gotta protect like literally two-thirds of that cast. I think have to be protected from weirdos who will hate them for no reason.
If that movie's still coming out this year, it's like
November.
It's the whole if I it's like 2 nickels gonna do Fisherman's joke of like if it's like 2 nickels. It's like it's so strange that we had 2 years in a row with 2 Captain Marvel films with the opposite company appear in the same year.
Yeah, I don't know how that keeps happening, but yeah, the Marvels with Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel and Photon, and yeah, I think Aman Vellani's earned enough internet cred for like staring down Kevin Feige to be protected, but
to the point. We got to the point where Sony has now had fully confirmed that the Earth 99999.
I mean, at this point, it's Aman to Feige 0. So
where did that? Because I heard that
that number came from an MCU official like reference book.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's just gonna. I already know that like. So I don't know. Maybe Aman Vellani's created her own internet bunker of just being the cool Marvel nerd that is at Marvel. And I don't know how much of the Marvel's cast we got to protect from weirdos on the internet, but Brie Larson's used to it. I think she can handle it.
Look, the Star Wars fans have gone crazy again because so
yeah. And then Tiana Paris, I hope she's good. I will protect. I will protect Monica Rambeau.
She sounds to get a lot more targets now. Because I don't think she got that much attention during WandaVision, but I feel like since she's now in the Marvels, I think she's gonna get more. Sadly,
I think it's because she's going to be in the proximity of Brie Larson, who attracts all the weirdos. Mm-hmm. Like there are people that just have like entire accounts dedicated to hating Brie Larson, and I'm just like, God, y'all are weird. Like, get actual lives.
Speaking of 9999, thoughts on the Cross the Spider-Verse trailer last week?
Speaking of trailers. So, last week's live stream, I'm not getting any money from because Warner Brothers claimed the video for the Blue Beetle trailer breakdown.
Question:
So,
what part? Like, does they say what?
they started with just a 1 minute clip of it to then the entire segment, including the part where I turned off the screen and like talked to everybody directly about George Lopez. They claim that also was violating copyright.
So they're claiming your face.
Yep, and this has been happening over the last week to several YouTubers, people I don't even like necessarily like. I've been posting about this, but there was a guy that reviewed Star Trek Picard last week's episode, didn't like the episode, felt like he was getting censored for critiquing or whatever. But like Paramount apparently claimed the entire video, including the part that's just like him talking, not even the footage he used. So it does seem like the YouTube copyright detection system is busted again.
Give us a because like I think that's just a bot problem now again, like last time.
Yeah.
Do you love it? Don't you love when you're just getting free press for a movie for a company's movie and they go after you? But thoughts on the Across the Spider-Verse trailer?
Okay, so anyways, I will say this about Blue Beetle. So I will just like let me just switch over to my screen. So if you all want to help me out and make up for the lack, because I decided not, I could have clipped the last half hour of the stream out and then it would have qualified for monetization again. I said, screw that. Go watch my videos instead, please. I posted 2 videos last week. We got Retro Indiana Jones, some good old Kenner action. You can watch Indy's cool spring-loaded arm totally helped me lose an accessory. And then we got 45 minutes of Dimension cards, which I know isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but it's all the Dimension cards in the Prop Design Edition. Go give those videos some love. That'll help me out, because I can't really fight the YouTube system anymore on the Blue Beetle thing, which is sad, because I'm super excited. I saw the trailer again, though, and it still makes me happy, so it hasn't killed my enthusiasm for the movie. But I won't be doing any trailer breakdowns for the foreseeable future, because I don't really want to poke the bear. So, yeah. But Across the Spider-Verse, I think, looks great. I am excited. I am this tiny much worried about the movie, but I think I'm just gonna like save that for seeing it. I think I need to not think about it too much.
I just can't get over how like good the film looks.
It looks incredible. I saw the trailer on an IMAX screen yesterday, and it's amazing.
Seeing Scarlet Spider, like Ben Reilly, like full 90s artwork shading, it just looks gorgeous.
It looks so great. Gorgeous. I'm really excited for Across the Spider-Verse. I really am. I actually just ordered Marvel Legends this morning.
All right, big questions. Thoughts on the Barbie trailer?
I think the Barbie trailer sucked up more of my mental energy last week than Spider-Man did. I don't even know if I am just going to tell you that I am going to be seated to watch Barbie in July. I'm very excited to see whatever the hell that movie ends up being. I am going to be there to see it. I'm too interested.
I'll say 2 things in the Barbie trailer. One, I was super shocked to see Sam Liu in the movie. So Shang-Chi's in the movie.
Shang-Chi is Ken, yeah.
And 2, I got praised I'm not sure it's like set designers or prop designers, but like how it looks like everything's made
production design is amazing because everything's plastic.
It literally looks like they took the dollhouse and blew it up.
I think I was sold on the whole movie when Margot Robbie steps out of the Barbie shoes and her feet are still
in the
like her feet don't flatten. That is the kind of stuff that I think is going to make this movie pretty fascinating.
I'll definitely say I do not think little girls are the target demographic of the Barbie movie.
I don't know who the target demographic is because it's very distinctively not a kids movie. And yet, it also it's weird. I don't actually know how it's going to be.
It really feels like Mattel just gave the movie license to Barbie, and it's like
because you look at the people watch the people that made it. It's like all Oscar winners and stuff. It's so weird.
But yeah, that's the thing. I feel like they don't care what the Barbie movie is. They just go make a Barbie movie, and the people make it's like all right. We'll make a Barbie movie, and there you go. There was no mandates. There was no you must do this. Because I feel like what it is they already have the direct-to-DVD films for kids. So it's
this is more to gain. It's either to gain some kind of adult audience or just get an awards winner film with the Barbie name on it.
I think that's the case because this is clearly a very, I'm not sure meta movie, but it's like it's
Incredibly
definitely
meta movie.
I think it's probably gonna be a big meta movie.
Will Ferrell's
like,
playing an executive in another movie based on a toy brand.
I know, right?
Unrelated or
Alright,
kind of related.
so-
Did you guys see the Mario movie?
I
did.
did.
Yeah.
Quick review.
Real quick, Spin
thoughts.
Dash asks, does it have a target MPAA rating? I would imagine Barbie's going to be PG-13 based on the joke from the end of that first trailer.
Yep.
That is some double entendre that's not making it into a PG.
Yep.
And other things I've heard about that I won't talk about because I don't want to spoil anything. But
Alright. Very quick review of the Mario movie.
should I pull up the
why not?
poster just so we have a visual for what we're talking about?
Sure.
All right, Mario.
Also, speaking of, I just want to say there's such a Kai also relevant with the Scott Pilgrim news we got recently. Does Michael Cera age?
No,
He literally looks the same.
he does not age.
10 years.
I believe he is a vampire. The JoJo style, you know.
Yeah, he literally looks the same he did 10 years ago.
Like, he doesn't have fangs. It's either JoJo style. He puts his fingers in you.
Exactly. All right, so I'm just gonna put up this poster of Bowser. So, as I can't point, how do I still screw this up?
Oh,
Mario.
Jackie says be careful of the Nintendo ninjas now.
Yeah, be careful.
I think I pulled a fan poster, honestly.
No, that's official. That's official.
Damn it. Hold on. I'm gonna wait. Where's my command, which is my butt option.
Oh,
there we go.
yes.
I'm gonna crop
There you
it. There we
go.
go. Boom. We're talking about this. There you go. Boom. All right, I'm on.
Put in the
Bowser's
box.
face.
Put in the corner. Like,
Oh, I should put
box.
him in the little box corner. Let's do that. Let's just put him.
Oh no, Bowser took over Soundout stream.
There we go.
Jack Black's invaded.
I think thoughts on the Mario movie. We'll do non-spoiler thoughts in case people haven't seen it, you know.
What spoilers? What spoilers?
That's the problem. So, you guys ever hear that quote from like that thing about Shigeru Miyamoto that he never wants a Mario game to have a story?
Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
He was heavily involved in the making of this movie.
Yep.
My best thing, and I've been telling people this, the Mario movie is certainly the Mario movie. If you don't know anything about the Mario games, like, don't even bother seeing it. You want to know why it's gotten bad reviews from critics? Because it doesn't explain a single damn thing about Mario.
Yes.
There is no exposition dump. There is... You just, if you don't know the stuff, you will just be lost.
Because that's the thing. Because
Right?
there's
What was that, Jerry? I couldn't hear you.
So, but if you do like Mario, you're good, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the other side of it. If you like Mario, you're gonna love it because it works.
As a Mario fan, as a fan of Mario, I wasn't a big fan of the movie. So like, it's one of the things where I guess it really depends on people. But like, another problem I had, this might be a me thing, but I'm not sure other people have the same problem. But like, you guys know that the pointing meme, the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme.
Yes.
Yes,
That
yes.
is to me, that is literally the movie. It's like,
yes, it is.
oh look, guys, Nintendo reference there, and look, it's playing the music from the game. There, it's like that. That was in my head the whole time I was watching it, and it really kind of bugged me. And like, because I'm all for bringing stuff from the games into the movies, but like, I felt the way the movie handled it.
There is no story. There is no message. There are really no character arcs.
Yeah, because
it is mostly just it is the same experience as playing as the games, which is fine and enjoyable if you enjoy it.
But what's the point? What's the point of watching a movie where you can play the games? Because that's the same story kind of thing.
I think that, like, you know, honestly, I thought that the voice cast would be a weak link in the movie, but it actually wasn't. They were all pretty good. Even Pratt as Mario wasn't that bad. I thought he did a good job.
I saw someone say this on Twitter, which I agree. It's like, did they just use the worst takes in the trailers?
Most of the takes in the trailers weren't even lines in the final movie.
Yeah,
wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Golly.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. Never said in the movie. They actually don't even call it the Mushroom Kingdom till like 45 minutes into the movie.
That reminds me of the Galaxy Quest trailer.
Oh yeah.
That trailer never shows up in the movie.
The one thing I will spoil is they show Mario's dad, and he's voiced by Charles Martinet.
Okay, so did Charles Martinet voice
Charles Martinet voiced Mario's dad, and his voice is so perfect. And then there's Chris Pratt. And it's not to say that Chris Pratt did a bad job. It's just they had what I wanted so close, right there.
Because
How did Dragon Ball give Charles Martinet more of shine than Mario?
Right?
Because Hollywood. But so because Charles Martinet plays two characters, he plays the Jump Man, quote unquote, and Mario's dad, right?
Yep. And he's great. Like Charles Martinet is a talented voice actor, and I'm glad that he's in the movie. But it is slightly annoying to me personally that he's not just Mario, because he's not doing like the crazy Mario accent. You know, he's doing like a normal accent.
I think part of my problem with the movie is like I feel like there's moments where the film can have more, but it would just replaced by montage sequences.
Yeah,
like
and Zeltrax, I don't want Charles Martinet to do the same Mario voice from the games a long period. I wanted him to do the voice he did for the dad, but just for Mario.
Also, I would counter.
That's it.
I will count. Totally a different character, but I'll countermeasure that he did the full Wario voice fully in the WarioWare Gold game.
That's true.
Fully, so like countermeasure there, but also like.
But yeah, so, yeah. Go ahead on your next thought.
There's multiple moments in the film where I feel like there could be a really good scene of Mario and Peach bonding, getting to know each other, but no, it's just replaced by montage music. And that really
so that's the thing is that I will say this. Every time a pop song played in this movie, it took me out of it.
Yes, I know. Because the same. Because I think the problem is since the movie is full of the video game music, so it's playing the classic Mario music. Then all of a sudden, I want to be a hero comes out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, it's also like the most overplayed pop songs you've ever heard. Down to the movie ending on a song that I associate with Guardians of the Galaxy, which is weird because Chris Pratt's also in this movie.
I know, right?
Not having seen it, I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yeah,
that.
And like
because here's the thing too is there is on the soundtrack is longer than what's in the movie itself, which means they scored several scenes that got replaced with pop music.
Oh, it sucks.
There was a whole track. There's a whole track on the album that is a medley of Donkey Kong Country music.
Something in the chat mentioned what you're talking about with the music. People are already putting the proper score music over.
I saw a clip on Reddit, but yeah, it's essentially there is a sequence in the movie that takes place in the Donkey Kong Kingdom area, and there's a medley of Donkey Kong Country music on the soundtrack. They play "Take on Me" instead during the scene.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And it's so frustrating.
I like that song, but why?
Exactly. You know? Same thing. They use Thunderstruck in the kart building sequence. They had a remix of the Mario Kart 8 standby music for the menu that was playing, and then they switched.
Yeah, and like I think there's a lot of stuff that kind of bugs me with the film in terms of stuff like I'm all for strong female characters, especially with. Strong female characters definitely, but it's like I think my problem is with Peach is I feel like we didn't really get a character for her besides she is the strong princess type.
You know how people complain about Mary Sue's in fiction but are usually wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Peach in the Mario movie is a Mary Sue, like an actual legit.
But
here's the thing: I liked that we've flipped Peach from damsel in distress to Mary Sue. What I didn't like was the fact I felt like Mario and Luigi were useless in the movie, and that Peach.
Yes, I know, right? I know, right? That's like I'm all for Peach fighting back, but it's like I feel like they still they shouldn't make Mario and Luigi lose. Also, like for being called the Mario Bros. Movie, we don't expect Luigi to be in the movie at all, guys.
Oh yeah, he's a side character.
You know what? I might save my money and do something else.
And this is the thing
part of me's also like, man.
If you like Bowser, you'll love this movie because I have no notes on Bowser.
Yeah, Jack Black Bowser is fantastic. He's perfectly cast. His song is amazing, and such. But like, it's one of the things where it's like I think another thing also like. I'll say I'm surprised how much. I think the only character really enough that went to an arc is DK. Like I think he's the only one to have like a proper character arc in the movie. And
I will say that Seth Rogen, I thought sounded too much like Seth Rogen. My parents didn't realize it was Seth Rogen, so he did a good job then.
I don't think Seth Rogen's not a bad casting choice for DK. I just think his voice was too normal. Mm-hmm. Also, I hate the voice for Cranky Kong. Like a lot.
Oh, yeah. Fred Armisen was doing an impression of another actor.
Because
But
I think my
I
problem is
before we start just getting into nitty-gritties of every single detail, which we easily could do, I say just in general though, like if you enjoy the Mario games, if you like the Mario games, you'll probably like the movie. But if you're a Yoshi fan, don't go.
okay. That's a quote unquote spoiler, but that's my problem. But that's such an
Where is
annoying
my
issue.
Yoshi? Because he should be like right here.
Because
Where's my
should we
giant Yoshi?
could we talk about this? Because it is technically a spoiler, but even then, I don't think he's even that big of a spoiler, honestly.
Hold on, I'm trying to find. I have a giant Yoshi plush that I was just gonna hold during this segment.
Is it the Mega Yarn Yoshi amiibo?
No, it's the Build-A-Bear one that looks like most of the games. Where did he go?
He ran off.
All right, so I'm gonna say that I'll just spoil this right here, and I don't even care about spoilers. For this, you guys know that shot in the Melee opening of all the Yoshis running.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember that. Classic.
If you see, you know that shot. Play like a nice little orchestral remix of the Yoshi's Island theme over it. You have seen all of Yoshi in the movie.
No, so do you want? Can I talk about the post-credit scene?
And there's a post-credit scene where there's a Yoshi egg that cracks, and we hear the Yoshi voice, but we don't actually see a green Yoshi. And so I'm like,
I hated that. That's the post-credit scene because
it was me and my parents and like 3 people behind us that watched it, and like actually stayed for the post-credit scene, and we were all just like, oh, that's it.
Because my problem with the post-credit scene is we already saw Yoshi's in the movie. You can
Exactly.
You can't hype up Yoshi's in the next movie when we already saw Yoshi's in the movie.
Right. And the thing is too, and this is also a thing too, is the people behind us also agreed. We like the movie because we like Mario, but if we didn't like Mario, we probably wouldn't even like the movie at all.
Because I was so confused with that post-credit scene also because I thought they were gonna set up Rosalina and maybe Mario Galaxy stuff because like Peach's backstory is like she was like sent to the Mushroom Kingdom by herself as a baby, and there was just a random one Luma in the movie. So I thought like, oh, the post-credit scene's gonna be something with Rosalina, like maybe they're gonna make Rosalina's Peach's mom in this canon. No, it's just a Yoshi egg. Like
I
really?
think that my problem with it, the whole movie in general, is that I think that, and this is where it's like really annoying online. And I should be honest, like there are people like defending the movie as like, look, it's great because Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg, money, 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 money.
Mm-hmm.
But like the thing is that you can still enjoy it and you can still like it without it necessarily being a good movie, because I don't think it's a good movie. I just think it's a good Mario adaptation to screen.
Because I'll say this, and I don't want to like say, oh Mario versus Sonic, but like
Sonic actually widened the audience. Mario is the same audience being asked to show up for the movies.
Second, Mario movie was game stuff first, movie second, and then that's my biggest problem because I felt no emotion watching the Mario movie at all. I got a big smile on my face when the Blue Beetle trailer pop in before the movie than I actually did the movie.
I gotta say that is a thing too, is that like I didn't like there was like one moment in the movie where I was like, that's nice, and that was it. And that's the thing, is I think that while this movie is successful, and it's a good thing it is successful for like everybody involved, but it doesn't transcend the media it's adapting.
What I'm worried about is people say like, this is what video game movies should be, and like, or it's like, no.
This only works for Mario, because Mario is the only franchise to go on for 40 years and have no story.
Mm-hmm.
Mario games don't have stories; they have setups, and that's actually what it is. And so the thing is, I think that like if you really like Mario games, you're gonna love it. And if you really like Bowser, you're gonna love it, because I love Bowser, and Jack Black did not disappoint. I needed more Bowser, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the Mortal Kombat movies are even better at adapting too. Because the thing is that this is the trick, right? It's like you want something to be adapted, but if you adapt it too close, then it sort of feels redundant. Like when they did the animated adaptation of Batman the Killing Joke, they did a panel-by-panel remake of the comic, and then I asked the question, why'd you make it then?
Ignoring the prologue?
Ignoring the prologue, the rest of it is a shot-for-shot remake. And so I think that's what that's where I think that like, honestly, Mortal Kombat Annihilation made a new story, so yeah, it does get a little bit more credit here. I think that's where like the Mario movie is fun, but it doesn't leave a lasting impression on me.
I mean, I think that's just the problem. Like, is that
what she said is what Alex said. Sound out.
Oh,
and
really?
A lot of other people I know said they haven't given me. They didn't even give me as much detail as you did, but they were like, "It's a movie. They're like, it's okay. It's not great.
It's an elimination
it's like,
movie.
Like a meh out of 5.
I would say even for Illumination, it's a little weak because I thought that the Sing movies, I have not ever seen them. From the trailers, I can tell there is a message there.
Right, shit. Out of 5.
Yeah. I guess in terms of other stuff last week, the Zet dub, thoughts on the first 2 episodes?
Oh boy, the Zet dub.
The Zet dub.
Like a quick thought.
You know why I'm laughing, right?
I'm going to take Bowser off the screen, guys. Say goodbye to Bowser. Goodbye, Bowser.
Goodbye, Jeff.
I
just deleted him. Yeah, we got on a way heavy tangent on Mario.
I mean, it was a big thing from last week, so.
Yep.
I just asked, and you guys went out, and in my back of my head, I was like, I am so sorry. I did not mean to. I was like, what do you guys think of the movie? Before we go on, what's this? Oh, God.
Here's the thing. I like the Zet dub.
Are you okay with Zero as Goku?
Goku is
basically
Zero?
my question.
I'll say
all
this.
I hear is Goku.
Yep.
I'll say this in terms of specifically Sean Shenmue's Zero, because I think everything else is really good.
Oh, I think this dub is great, and I really have no notes besides stunt casting.
Because with Sean Shenmue's Zero, it definitely could be stunt casting, but I do see I can see where they're coming from with the idea, because his voice, it's not like Sean's voice doesn't fit Zero, especially this point of Zero, like him, like older mentor Zero. Because I seen Monkey Kid and him playing Sun Wukong there, and I think he plays a pretty good mentor character.
I agree with Wheels though. It should have been Brad Swaley. With how many times Brad Swaley has dubbed Mamoru Miyano parts?
Here's the thing, because with Brad Swaley, there's 2 things I'll say with that. Is one, I think Brad Swaley could play a good Zero, but there's 2 things. Is one, I don't want to cast him just because of the same Japanese VA situation. That's because that's a stunt casting.
That's how Japan does its dubbing.
But 2 is. Yeah, there's also the whole he's a Canadian voice actor, and while Ultraman has a mix of LA actors and Texan actors, but I don't think from what I see of Ultraman stuff, I don't think they ever get a Canadian actor in their dubs ever. So I'm not sure if there's any weird agency issues.
And the thing is, I don't like line. It's just this is nothing against Schimmel, but every time I hear Schimmel, I hear Goku because I don't think he has that much range. He does King Kai, and he's great as King Kai, but every time he does any other part, he just uses the Goku tone.
Well, here's the thing: is the Schimmel does have a variety of voices, but I just think the problem is everybody wants him to do his Goku voices.
Every director asks him to do Goku, basically, and that's
If you look at especially when Schimmel was working with 4Kids and the 4Kids stuff, he has a wide range of voices. If you watch a lot of 4Kids dubs, and even and such so he does have a range. I definitely think he has a range. It's just more of what the director wants.
Yep.
And I don't. I think we need to wait. Was episode 6 with Zero came back?
Episode 7.
We need to wait I want to wait until episode 7 to fully judge Shenmue's Zero, because
I'm not judging it yet. It's just it did take.
He only had a few minutes, and he was in quick panic, Zed, get the medals. So I need to fully see episode 7 to get more of Zero's tone outside of panic.
See, from the chat and from everything I'm thinking, we need Schimmel to play more weird dudes and less heroic characters, because he is great as playing weird little dudes.
No, Schimmel does great. Little dude.
Hey, someone made it today.
Welcome.
I love the enthusiasm. But do we have any other highlight? I mean, I think we should talk about it more next week too, because we'll have a couple more episodes under our belts. But I think it's great.
I think Matt Shipman and Zeno Robinson are great Haruki and Zero. I can see where some people say Haruki, if Zeno sounds a little too youngish with Haruki, but
isn't Haruki 19?
19, yeah. I think Haruki is still a young character. I did think
you guys should go back 8 years in my videos and see what I sounded like when I was 19.
I think also it's I think it's also.
Oh wait, I've always had a weirdly deep voice.
I think it's more also like I think Haruki. It's always a weird thing because with live action dubs, your only reference is what the actor sounds like, and Haruki's actor does have a deep voice, but like I think because you think when it comes to dubbing in this scenario, I think it's more the character and Haruki's
Yeah, it's less
is,
vocal pitch and more like
because Haruki's character is Haruki's character is a like young, energetic, like character. So like Xeno's younger voice, I think, does work for Haruki. It's more you just have to kind of disconnect yourself with how the original actor sounds like is in this kind of scenario. But I think what it works with the Z dub is compared to let's say not even just because the acting is better, but I think Ultraman fits with dubbing really enough because I think not even just the history, but like the fact that the Ultras are characters themselves, so when they talk, it's more easy. The few weirdest we would say the Malaysian writer dubs, because even those they have more like high quality like high quality dubs. I think it would still feel more weird since they're more like since again the writers are the humans inside the suit, so it feels more weird there versus Ultras where they're separate beings. But yeah, I think that's all we have to say for the Z dub for now.
I think so too. You got anything else, Jerry?
Nah.
Cool. Ultraman news. There wasn't much officially otherwise. Shin Ultraman's Blu-ray has been pushed back to July 11th as opposed to its original July 13th or June 13th date. Sad for me because I could really use another like big hit video. Yeah, Ultraman Blu-rays are like bread and butter on the channels. So yeah, it's been pushed back to July. So bummer, but I guess we'll just have to wait another month. I'm going to move us along to our Hasbro topic of the day before we talk about our Hasbro topic and the other Hasbro topic.
The Sound Has stream.
Yep. Okay, so Hasbro. I don't have a visual for this because Hero Club got it.
It was just a press. It's just a press conference.
It was a press email. It wasn't even a press release. It was just an email.
Question.
Yes.
Do you have any of the boxes from any plastic-free boxes around you?
I got Blue Centurion.
There you go. There's your visual reference.
All right, can I balance it on my hat? No, I can't. Yeah. So Zeltrax is our press contact with Hasbro for Hero Club. So I've only kept his box because I just forgot to get rid of it. I'm being honest. I have a bunch of boxes piled up. I just don't want to deal with. You can kind of see out of frame like my Mezco Superman is sitting on a couple of Super 7 boxes. Anyways, we've talked. Does anyone need a briefing? Chat. Do you need a briefing on what plastic-free packaging is and the problems? I have made so many videos about this.
You could check out this video right here.
You can check out. There's videos on the channel. I compared plastic-free. I talked about the Power Rangers issues lately. Plastic-free. That's how I feel about it. Anyways, we are going to be going to a different era of Hasbro packaging. So, Hasbro...
I came backwards.
Sort of backwards. It's weird. It's not exactly like a huge, reversal on everything. But Hasbro wrote, "We wanted to share an update on packaging for Hasbro's 6-inch scale figures. Based on your feedback, we will be reintroducing windows and blisters to our 6-inch fan figures beginning later this year into 2024 for select products across our portfolio of brands, including G.I. Joe Classified, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Star Wars Black Series, and Marvel Legends. This will eventually expand to all new 6-inch figure releases. The new windows and blisters will be made from bio-PET or recycled PET, helping us achieve our priority of meeting fans' expectations for extraordinary packaging and superior design while still developing packaging that minimizes waste and the use of virgin plastic. Thank you again for being one of our biggest fans, your continued support of Hasbro." So, long story short, they realized packing figures in windowless boxes and stuffing them into tissue paper wasn't working for anybody.
Geez, I wonder, Hasbro lost some money last year? Jeez, I wonder
Hasbro
why.
lost a lot of money, and the thing is that this is just, I think I've talked about this. My problem is that they're like, oh, we're doing this for the environment by getting rid of the plastic, and I'm like, yeah, but look at all this paper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it balances out. And I think TJ Omega said it on a video recently where he was saying, Hasbro's like, oh, we're trying to reduce the packaging waste, but they make plastic toys, and of course collectors aren't just gonna like throw a figure in the trash, but a kid's gonna beat up a toy enough, no one wants it, and it'll be thrown in the trash anyways, so it doesn't really balance out, does it?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think that, and a lot of people were like, oh, this will fix the QC problems. No, not necessarily. Because I have a video talking about my Lightning collection with the window boxes still having issues. The thing that I think is going to help is putting things into the packaging into, maybe things will go more like Transformers, where they're like in cardboard trays with the cardboard tie downs as opposed to like the plastic bubbles, which would help things like, my Indiana Jones turned out good, but some people have been getting their indies with folded hats because of the way they're stuffed into the bag.
I just
so that kind of stuff I hope goes away with the new packaging, where we can actually get back to like protecting the figure before it gets to you, which is the point of packaging.
Yeah, because that's my biggest problem with the plastic-free packaging is it just I think except for, was it G.I. Joe that actually wraps their figures down?
G.I. Joe's the one that did it with cardboard ties. They cardboard tie their figures and then wrap everything in the...
in Transformers, because I hate in Transformers also, but I hate that they just chuck the figure in the bag and chuck it in the box. I hate that the most because, shipping, that figures go rattle everywhere in shipping because of, movement in the vehicle and such. That's like my biggest problem with that. Plus the whole...
And Spin Dash brings up a good point about limbs not being attached. Like my Snizzard would not have passed QC check.
Yeah, because
if it wasn't just tossed in a paper bag.
Because I wouldn't stop like fuse joints and everything, but at least like it needs to be secured to be in the bubble scenario or tie down and such like that. Like I think,
and it doesn't even necessarily like need to be go back to the plastic bubble, plastic window thing, but like at least something where you protect the figures from theft, because that's been a big issue, like heads being stolen. And then also protecting the figures from getting like warped and stuff.
Because I think what honestly the best they did was the Kingdom era packaging, where it's just a small window. Like that was good. Like
the Fortnite boxes, what I thought were the perfect. I brought that up in a video. I was like, they should have kept going with the Fortnite style.
Just an enclosed box, but a window so you could actually see the figure. Like maybe not. I'm not sure how much you want that window to be, but it's a flat plastic, not like a big bubble or anything like that. Yeah. Because I admit, like, recently I go like, does the box need to be this big?
Yeah, exactly.
But there's a small like plastic sheet to glue on the cardboard is all we need, really.
Yep, and I gotta do I call out a chunk of several toy fandoms, or do I just keep quiet?
Could I call out, because if no one's gonna
general call out, not singling out anybody specifically. But if anybody was like, anyone excited about this doesn't care about the environment, or, oh, what about the environment? Hasbro did not care. This was never about the environment. Hasbro is a company that produces toys. Toys are not recyclable. They are trying to reduce their waste, but they increase their amount of cardboard and paper usage. They make frickin' NFTs, which are not helping the environment. They print magic cards that nobody wants and charges thousands for. They do all kinds of stuff as a corporation where they got to do more to reduce their carbon footprint than just, we took plastic out of the packaging. This was never about the environment. This was because paper is cheaper than plastic to put in packaging, and they thought they could get away with it, and fans and retailers almost universally were like, no, this does not work. And that's why they're going back on it, because they need to win back support from fans and retailers.
Because if you ever been to a toy store, how many Hasbro products you see clearance that are in plastic-free packaging? But
everything.
Majority,
like stuff goes on sale instantly almost.
Like, because ignoring what's ignore like the price hikes, because that's also a factor. But also, your parents, like your random kids going by, they can't see what the toy looks like, and like. Some people go like, why could they just look at the picture? Well, the picture doesn't accurately represent the toy. And also kids like to see the physical thing they're getting.
And that's the thing. That's a big thing, is that when parents and kids see a smaller price, because like larger box items, like they're used to those being closed face because they usually require assembly. But when they see a figure that is supposed to be like a normal figure, and it's in a windowless box, they think, oh, that has to be built like a Lego set. Or that's a crafting kit. Like, it's this mental thing. It's like a mental customer bias that takes years, like so many years, for people to change their habits. But essentially, when a customer sees like a Marvel Legend on the shelf in a windowless box, they're like, oh, that has to be assembled. That's why you can't see it. And then they may not want to buy that because they're like, oh, I don't want to buy my kid another thing to build.
So,
and
like also because I think also like I think bringing back windows will prevent deaf, or like ripping heads off.
It'll also bring back the mint and box collectors because they dropped a lot of mint and box collectors dropped, and I don't know if they're all going to come back, but some of them.
I never like people say, oh, just had them open packaging and just tie them down with tie wraps. I don't like that because
I mean, look what happened to all the Spider-Verse basic figures that have lost their heads because they're just open.
Also, there's a part of me that's worried some jerk would just go and put diseases on, cough on the figure.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like buying toys in stores with an open window where you can reach inside because I'm like, what's been on it? Yeah. There's been a few instances where stores will have a problem. Like someone reported this thing the box was packed incorrectly and salt ended up in a bunch of toys because of how they were put on a pallet.
No, this wasn't in sorting. If I remember, there was one user got the Studio Series Rumble and it was in their grocery bag, but something spilled and all the all the liquid went inside the box of the Core Class Rumble.
Yeah, and it was like clam chowder was all over Rumble.
Stuff like that. It's this is why we need that small window.
I will also add they have slowly rolled blister packaging back into Marvel Legends for Spider-Man with the Across the Spider-Verse wave. They're on blister cards, and then there is it's a quote unquote retro wave where most of it. I was trying to find a size of the Spider-Woman because I forgot she was $59. But you see, this is not a retro style figure. This should not be on a card back. This is just a normal modern figure.
No, it's just a carded, it's just a carded figure.
I don't know how big the maybe this gallery will show me. Oh wow, she is large. Because the thing was who mentioned in the chat? Muteki T mentioned that the Spider-Woman the Cyborg Spider-Woman is $58.99. Maybe that's too much. Because most deluxe legends are $38.99.
Yeah, but she's barely painted.
Yeah, I mean, well, she's got a lot of. That's 8 different plastic colors, though.
I guess, but I just see a DC Multiverse Mega Fig, and I see this.
Yeah, I go why? I mean, there's also you got to remember the Spider-Man tax.
Yeah.
But at least she is decently large, but Groot's not that much smaller than her. And the new Groot, Target for some reason is charging $50 for Groot when he's supposed to be $39. Target is also charging $34 for Ghost Rider when he should be $25.
$50 for the deluxe Groot, really?
Yeah, he's supposed to be $38. Target is.
I was hoping Ryan would do the Chris Rock thing. Good lord, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, and so I think we're gonna see a shift in everything because I think sales dipped enough that they're like, this ain't working. I look forward to seeing what they come up with because I think we could. I mentioned this too, in my initial plastic-free packaging video when I was comparing everything. I was like, Fortnite boxes. That's this small square of plastic is a window so you can see the figure, and I was like, that's the solution. They're cardboard zip tied down. You got the window to protect it, but it's not not like it was where 80% of the packaging was plastic. I think that's the solution, and they should just do that. And talk to the G.I. Joe team because they know what they're doing with packaging. I will also bring up this really cool thread from Vangelis on Twitter because everybody was debating this, and he was like, the only toy collector soapbox I have solves your problems, so just get behind mine. Or solves yours, so get behind mine. State you'd like to see the Hasbro Corporation take a profit hit and put time and resources into domestic staffed warehouses dedicated to building a parts replacement infrastructure for their wares. Yes, please, because my God, the Hasbro customer service experience I had of, oh, we can't replace your Snizzard because you opened it. And I'm like, I wouldn't have known if it was a problem if I could see the figure. And yeah, he kind of just went on to this whole thing of Haslab campaign items arriving defective, parts replacement infrastructure, missing component and package collector's toy, replacement infrastructure, ultraviolet yellowing reactions in plastic, parts replacement, curled magic cards, parts replacement. Like if they, yeah, he's totally right. If they had like an actual domestic like warehouse for parts replacement, like an infrastructure to have stuff on hand for customer service, it would clear up a lot of problems for a lot of these lines, at least on the customer side. So, anyways, I agree with him on that. Yeah, where are we at with the poll? I guess do we have any other further thoughts on the
Transformers? Transformers won, but Fierce, you say everything about the plastic-free stuff with the plastic stuff.
You got any thoughts, Jerry?
Well, I'm just glad they're finally doing it because what you said was pretty much what I was going to say about the environment. Like, come on.
It's negligible, right?
It was actually, yeah. Like, come on.
The only way they actually save the environment is to just not make toys.
Not make toys, exactly.
And they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, I think reducing the plastic, using recyclable stuff, cool.
Exactly, just recyclable plastic. Yeah. Boom. Because we need the window. I'm sorry.
We do, especially with the way that American stores
are.
What
you just said.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Also, it'll prevent. Like,
I've shown you.
It won't fully prevent it, but it'll prevent. Swaps.
Yeah, at least,
it'll help.
Yeah, because I've shown you swaps, and you've seen them yourself. But as you know, because you guys don't collect wrestling toys, but how hilarious those are.
I think my favorite one I saw this weekend was someone tried to replace the Lyle Convoy with a Commander Wars Super Bolt with a Prime head on it.
If you guys know wrestling, the chat does. Like somebody tried to switch Hobbs AEW figure with a Big E WWE figure in there, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is this, like a race thing? Like y'all think just because they
just see wrestler and they say, oh, okay, that's a wrestler, return back.
There was somebody that returned a phone book inside a Commander class Minnesota to Amazon.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, and somebody else got it and was like, what the hell? And it's because Amazon was like, oh, this looks sealed, and then didn't look at it closer. But yeah, I'm going to wrap the poll up in about a minute. So that's why
I'm just as confused about that LPH as you are. Why somebody would replace Big E with Hobbs with Big E?
Super Shaddix Boom has a good question. How would you all rank the Hasbro figure lines?
All right, not counting Transformers since that's its own thing.
Yeah, we're gonna keep Transformers.
Personally,
yes.
Oddly enough, I love Power Rangers and everything, but the G.I. Joe, I think.
And I think it's hard to it's really hard not to say G.I. Joe because they
G.I. Joe's the top. It really is.
Yeah.
My new number 2 though is Indy.
No, okay, I've seen the Indy because
you guys will see the review on Wednesday, but spoilers, these are great.
Are great. From what I've seen reviews, the Indy figures are great. Like, I even because honestly, I'm not even bothered by the lack of double joint elbows and knees because.
Oh, yeah.
They're normal people. They don't.
Oh yeah, no. Like I go in pretty in depth. I also did a massive size comparison for Indy next to a bunch of different lines. But right now, Indy is my like number 2 line, behind G.I. Joe. Number 3, guys. You think it's just Marvel by default?
Honestly, if it wasn't for how weird and slow they are, the Fortnite figures look really good. It just they're epic. I from what I hear from people who collect the Fortnite figures, Hasbro's like terrible at releasing the figures.
They don't even do any marketing for them.
I'd say Marvel, if only because the Star Wars ones are just.
I'll say Fortnite. Like after India, I'll say Fortnite due to the fact that figures are good quality. They figures are classified.
I saw a Star Wars Black Darth Vader, and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool, Darth Vader." I was like, "Wait a minute, I know this line." No, never mind.
I was gonna say the next 2 rankings is Power Rangers, then Star Wars dead last.
Star Wars last, I still think Power Rangers better than that.
I will say like Fortnite's a good third.
Still collect some Lightning, so
Yeah.
But Star Wars, woof.
We'll talk about Star Wars later in the show because I'll talk about like what I am buying.
Because with so after Fortnite it'll be Marvel Legends, and like Marvel Legends are good, but it's more I think honestly after collecting DC Multiverse, I'm getting really tired of the same bucks over and over again.
But I will say, at least with Marvel Legends, the QC and the character selection balances out. Whereas like Power Rangers has really bad QC but has better character selection, and then Star Wars has good QC but really poor character selection.
And unlike Indie, I don't the double jointed, no double joint elbows and knees.
I need my Jedi have double jointed elbows.
Oh, I guess actually, honestly, I think bottom last from what I hear, because I don't collect a lot. But like I heard the Dungeon Dragon stuff are not great.
Oh, I've heard so many horror stories of those would be bottom the last.
Yeah,
I've heard them like breaking, at least for the animated ones. I don't know if anybody bought the movie ones. I love that movie, but I'm not buying any toys.
I wonder if those figures would sell more after because how well the movie is doing, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of want to buy the Owlbear just to see if it's good. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll. We're doing
Jamie World. No big updates for Lightning so far.
I don't think there's anything actually. I hope we hear stuff next week with the Power Rangers 30th anniversary special coming out. Okay, so we're gonna do the remaining news: Transformers, Indie, Star Wars, according to the poll. It's pretty even. It's an even split of, Star Wars and Indie at the end there. But let's talk Transformers.
Transformers.
All right. Whatever order TFW 2005 put them up in is what we're talking about them in. That's the answer.
I've been listening to a lot of the old anime Transformers openings.
Yeah.
Victory.
Yeah.
Transform, God's eye, power blue. Sorry, we could sing the whole thing. I could get in probably legal trouble for singing all the anime themes.
All right,
you doing that's like me with Mospeada.
Yeah.
All right, so
Scar.
If we ever sing the Ultraman 80 theme, I want Kaus to just play around a fire truck sound clip on his phone.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Woo! It's not complete without the fire trucks.
Right.
The first thing they announced were stuff they already revealed on.
I feel like
commenting.
I'm just waiting for this set of Dinobots to become Dino King.
Dino King, yeah, they look great. Yeah, I like Scar. He's like a chunky little boy. I love him.
Chunky little like Kylo and Kylo. Yep, that's him. I do not care about Dirge. If y'all are happy, if you didn't get Earthrise Dirge, I'm happy for y'all. I have zero thoughts. I'm not buying this. I already have it.
It's good for me because I didn't get the original Dirge, but like my problem is like I really hope the original figures, but like also like
there you go.
Is Thundercracker and Skywalker get released also? Because
I hope they do because the fact those jets got all like split up between like multi-packs and stuff is just awful.
Bad.
I'm hoping this is just like every wave we're going to get another Seeker repack because it saves me money and it gets everybody else Seekers. So
yeah.
Yuteki T asked a good question. Will Dino King be released in a set or individual? I hope it's a set.
I think set because I don't think you could sell the Dino King.
I would much prefer a set. I would just be all over a set.
Like with the Dinobots, you have the main recognition and stuff, but with the Dino King, therefore the victory fans.
Jamie's World, you could totally sign up for a trial. Watch like whatever the trial period is, and just watch whatever you want, and then just dip.
Yeah,
that's totally an option. I'd say do that.
You guys get Copy Convoy.
Dino King by himself, it's like having any of the Voltron lines by themselves. I need them in a pack.
Also, Playmates.
We're just going in the order. We're just going in the order that TFW has them in. So next is Megatron.
Am I right?
You look so good.
I'm not like you guys. I don't know.
Armand Megatron.
Oh wow! Good. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm in. I mean, I got Starscream. I got Hotshot. I will pre-order Prime the second he goes up. They did officially announce Armada Prime. I don't think he's in this gallery, but we talked about him enough when he.
I think his pre-order comes out next week. They said.
Yeah.
I think it was April 18th. They said his pre-orders are going up.
Megatron, Jerry, what do you think about Megatron?
I was saying that he looks great.
He looks amazing.
I mean, how big is he?
Leader class, so
he's bigger than the Optimus in his regular Robo mode from the commander said.
He should be yay-ish big, I think.
Yeah, but he's great. He's literally just taking the original toy and giving him articulation.
However big Yay is.
Yay-ish. Yay-ish big. I
yeah,
did a visual on it.
I like Armada in general, so shoot.
I love the original toy.
I like how he looked transformed.
I love the original Megatron toy, but he is literally a brick. Like he is literally a brick.
he looks like
he is literally a great brick, but he's literally a brick. But so like them giving him all this articulation and keeping some of the minicom features, not everyone. Honestly, I kind of wish he came with a little butter knife on his hand, but he's great.
I love him. Title, they did, you know, he does have the, I don't know, yeah, he does have the cannon flip around, so they could make Tidal Wave.
They did say they future-proof him for future things, aka Tidal Wave's coming eventually, which is great to hear.
SSJ4 Jason spitting facts. Why was Skywarp and Thundercracker 2-pack not Run Amok and Runabout, who would have made more sense? Yeah,
I know, right?
Agree.
Those two get really so like
Earthrise was a mess, guys.
It was I mean, half it was COVID, but still.
Blue Streak? I heard Blue Streak.
Yeah, I was saying I did get him thanks to you guys because you guys were like, "Oh, he's not common. Get him."
Yeah. Saw him at Walgreens.
Yeah, I was like, "Guys, is this guy worth it?" You guys were like, "Yes."
Yeah, yes, get him while you can.
Galvatron's... that Megatron, I'm glad he can pose like that. Even his feet, like I didn't think that big boy could do that.
You can pivot and everything. It's great. And his hand can be removable, so he can put a gun, which a lot of people theorize, and they're remolding this as an animated shockwave.
Kind of makes me think of the King Oger mech.
Oh yeah,
it's big but can move.
Big but can move. Yeah, I'd say Galvatron's a shoe-in. We're gonna get Galvatron.
Well, it's a no duh. I'm curious if they're ever gonna do the Power Up Optimus. I don't think they ever get
the Power Link's Optimus.
Power Link Optimus repaint also.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think we're gonna get Nemesis Prime. I think there's a listing for that.
I'm just curious if that's gonna have the full.
I think it's just gonna be the cab. I think it's just gonna be the cab because that's what it should be.
It's one of those things that depends how the figure is molded, and it's not like.
I would hope they were smart enough to mold the trailer and the cab separately, so they could just repaint.
So since Earthrise Optimus was able to release without the trailer, so that means that wasn't game molded.
But anyways, I think Megatron looks great. I'm totally gonna pick him up at some point in the future, and probably also get Galvatron.
It's super smart to release in the same way as Optimus.
Yep. I don't feel like talking about Swoop. He's Swoop. He Terra. He an arm.
Good.
He looked good. I want Dino King. Hey, Beachcomber.
I love he comes with the parrot.
Let me find the picture of the parrot. There's the parrot. Oh, I'm gonna pose him next to Shipwreck as if I had a nickel for every time Hasbro released a blue and gray colored action.
The best part is he's blast effect compatible, but also 5mm pay compatible because the black part. So
yep,
you can display the pair with any figure. I love it.
It's beautiful. It really.
I kind of wish the Evil Fusion selling gimmick was the parrot and not the gun.
Yeah, I think he's great. I'm all in. I like Bleach Guard.
I love the very main. It was like Paradise something.
It's the Paradise Parakeet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Paradise.
I'm calling it Paradise Parakeet now.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good old hippie.
Jerry, any thoughts on Beachcomber?
And his parrot.
Parrot.
Who's parrot?
Beachcomber's
parrot.
I like the parrot. I hope it doesn't break though.
No, well, probably. Transformers are thankfully sturdy.
Yeah.
I like the color scheme too, so I might get him just because I like that color scheme so much.
It's a good color scheme. I always like blue and silver.
I always like Beachcomber's character. He's just a hippie, but I love it.
And I like how he can post. How big is that one?
He's a deluxe class, so he'll be like the $25 price.
I was really surprised to see DeadCon. I was happy I'm honestly shocked he's apparently a remold.
Also, who at the Hasbro photography booth is like, we need every Transformer to be strutting.
Yeah, because they walk out of the portal. My favorite part in context, that means they're just walking through the portals casually.
Yeah.
Then, I'm really glad to see DeadCon and glad he's not a remold of Studio Series Scourge like those fake leaks were. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm surprised he's a heavy remold of Studio Series Blur. I can see it, but my God, that's some heavy. It's pretty much just the same skeleton, really.
A random one-off freaking character of DevCon now has a toy.
I'm glad, because I always liked DevCon. I wish we saw more stuff, because I think having an Autobot bounty hunter is a real cool idea.
Muteki T asks, what could they repaint or retool Beachcomber into? Isn't there another buggy, mini-bot?
What? It was the Australian one.
Outback?
I remember. Outback, there.
No, Outback was a Brawn repaint.
Yeah, he was a Brawn, and we'll talk about that later.
I forgot I can't open multiple tabs without showing on the screen. Anyways.
Wait, DeadCon looks great. I'm happy to get him also.
He looks good. All kinds of photos. Hey, it's Axel Grease, our new female Decepticon Junkion.
I love that. I love we got a female Decepticon Junkion. That is like the best thing.
I love it.
Well, what I like about Oso, because like, yeah, she's a Junkion, but honestly, the fact she has a different color scheme compared to the rest of the Junkions, you could literally just make her own like female Decepticon character. Really great.
I definitely like the car mode because it's different than she's sort of based on Scrap Hook, but she's different. She's like a roadster.
Do you see a Lockdown repaint from this mold?
Man, I don't want a Lockdown. It's not. It's too stocky. If we do Lockdown, we got to make them thin.
Yeah, because I see the muscle car look, and there's a hook that you can put in the hand, so it's like I feel like a Lockdown repaint. But still,
well, the hook you can't replace the hand with a hook.
Hand, yeah, you just hold it. But still, there's more female Decepticons. I like. I probably just display as her own character, not really a part of the Junkions, honestly.
Yeah, she'll fit somewhere in my overcrowded display. Copy Convoy, or what are they calling him? Nemesis.
Nemesis Leo Prime. You know, that's not what he is. He's just a copy clone of Lyle Convoy.
This is the first. So even though this guy's had many toys, this is the first time he's been done accurate.
Yeah, because don't they just give it just a normal Nemesis repaint?
Yeah, because
the normal Nemesis colors are just black and teal.
Stay together. Because the thing is that he's supposed to have this black mane or this brown mane, blackish brown mane, not the gray mane they kept giving him on the Masterpiece and on the original toy and all that. The Masterpiece wasn't even accurate. Like this is let's go look him up. Copy Convoy. Or Black Lyo Convoy, whichever. So if you look at his like animation model, right? Like he's supposed to have this black mane around it. But if you look at like the original toy, Silver Mane, not the Spider-Man villain, but Silver Mane. If you look at the Robot Masters, he's got a silver mane. And if you look at, the Legacy, he's actually got the black mane. So he's finally correct.
He also got with his gun that he used in the episode, though. So
yeah, I'm trying to figure. Yeah, I just saw the comment in the chat about it became Dark Amber Leo Prime is a separate character because here's the Masterpiece colors, which is abolishing the original toy, which is still wrong. So
which understandable, but
I don't need it, but I'm glad he comes with a new gun.
As a Beast Wars second fan and like someone that just loves seeing the Japanese side get so much love, it's one of those I'm gonna pick it up because it's so funny that they pay attention to the Lyle Convoy but not Scourge because this is one to they didn't even give him like a Predacon logo because I think the Maximal logo is molded onto the chest plate, the Matrix chest plate. But so I'm glad even the box has a crossed out Maximal symbol because he's not a Predacon. He's just a copy Lyle Convoy.
I'm gonna find his box picture. I know it's here. Yeah. They slashed out the Maximal logo. It's pretty.
It's great. It's stuff like that. It's like great attention to detail. And as a fan of the Beast Wars II, I'm happy.
I love the Lyle Convoy we got. So I'm tempted, but I need to cut back somewhere. And this is
that's actually the one I'm thinking of getting just because I collect lions. He's gonna stay in his lion form though.
Oh yeah, dude! I have not transformed Leo Convoy out of his line mode since he went into
great. The lion mode's great.
He has stayed in alt mode.
I know Tarn is the big highlight for the first wave. It's a great figure, but I think Lyle Convoy.
I keep forgetting to buy him. Here's more Dirge pictures. I think that was everything from the actual promo images.
Yeah,
I forgot what the pipelines were, but we're just gonna. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna find them. Don't worry.
Do you have the pictures of Nemesis?
Yeah, that's the stuff I forgot. Oh yeah, they officially revealed the War Dawn 2-pack with Ariel and Dion, and I guess I have to buy this now.
Oh really? Oh, because you have the.
I have the Vector Sigma set.
Yeah, the Heroes Reborn pack.
Yep. Toys. Armada Prime's official. We already talked about him enough on this. If you want to go hear our thoughts on that, we talked about it
watch Shadow Sheen's back.
Yep. Nemesis. It's a big old ship, and I have the arc, so I'm probably gonna get it on sale.
They make a big purple lady.
Yep, I like that the stand function is you just flatten the bottom part
Yeah,
of
because
it.
I think that's a smart engineering move. Because
Yeah.
literally, it was not made to plot it was
It
not
was made to
be-
crash. They designed it to crash. And then it becomes a giant woman. A giant woman.
It's great. I love
I
the
like it.
design. I love I love because I think it's a smart move to make it female because
Just because the
realistically,
ship is curvier. It's like
Yeah,
more cylindrical.
it'll be really hard to make a bulky robot design with the available space you have with that ship mode.
Yep.
So
I like her snap down faceplate.
No, it's great. I like it's nice to see such a because even with the arc that was
Just so everybody knows, the weird whites and browns and all that is it's because it's a prototype. Those are different plastic colors.
Yeah, but with the arc, that was heavily based on the last Autobot. Well, this is all original.
Yep.
And I think it's a really great design. It's such. It's one of these where it's I would pick it up. I need to pick up the arc because you can't have one without the other kind of things.
Mm. And I have the arc, so I'm probably gonna get this. Muteki T, do you advise get the Nemesis on sale? Yes, because she's probably gonna go up for $200. Nobody's gonna want to pay that. The stores are gonna lower it almost instantly. Every single Titan has gone on sale, except Guardian Robot, but he's too new. Almost I think every Titan has gone on sale after they come out.
Yeah.
I don't recommend paying full price. I think the only Titan I paid full price for was Black Zarak and Scorponok. I think those are the only two. Everybody else I've gotten on sale. It is doable. What I recommend is just bookmark the Amazon listing and then just keep an eye out. When people start getting them, look and see if there's a sale or a coupon. I bought
Toy Store has I think the arc for 100 right now. I think
so. But once it hits sale, if it hits sale at 40% or below, just pull the trigger because it will go fast.
If you really want it,
if you really want it, don't order it at first, but watch the stock. If you see everybody selling out, it might just be you might just have to pay full price. But wait and see if you can get a sale because usually there'll be a big rush on it right when it first comes out. Then there'll be stock. Then they'll go on sale. I didn't pay full price for Metroplex, and I still got them a month after he came out because Target had them on a discount. I actually bought mine in store. That was weird.
Yeah, same.
But I will say that wait for a sale on Nemesis. Just keep an eye out, but don't get complacent and wait too long because sometimes they do go and
unlike the main figures where I feel like you kind of need to get them as soon as you see them. You're gonna wait on the Titans because they are expensive, and not everyone's gonna.
Even Black Zarak went on sale, and he was a fan channel. So. All right, let's do the pipelines. These are things that are coming that they're just going to tell us are coming. First of all, they're repainting that Laserbeak core class into Bumblebee.
It's the most repaint.
They're making Braun in Studio Series. I hope he has a blast port on his shoulder because that would be funny. He better come with a blast effect, honestly.
I'm surprised they didn't pipeline Ratchet because we know he's coming.
Yeah.
With the Ironhide mold and I'm hoping he's not exclusive. I am praying for God that they don't make Ratchet exclusive for a third time.
Yep. But I do say Braun, great. War for Cybertron Cliff Jumper, I do not care.
It's a no-duh repaint.
But they did say they're open. They want to do the DS game characters,
which is great because there's a lot of exclusive characters for the DS games.
War for Cybertron Megatron, kind of a no-duh. Rise of the Beast Rhinox, no-duh. They did confirm the long-standing listing and rumor that Buzzworthy, Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast, Voyager, Optimus is coming. So if you want Optimus from Rise of the Beast in Studio, you're gonna have to go Target.
I think they said it is gonna be a new figure, or it's gonna be a heavy remold of the Bumblebee.
They didn't say anything about what the figure was. They just said it was gonna be Buzzworthy Bumblebee.
What do you think it's gonna be? You think
I think it's gonna be. I mean, because the designs are so close, it's just gonna be a mild retool. But I know everybody was going crazy because Pulse suddenly restocked the Bumblebee version. I was like, well, I'm just gonna wait for the Rise of the Beasts. Which I don't even own any Rise of the Beast stuff yet, except for RC.
I've been seeing the tree pack, the mainline tree pack, going around.
I saw the one with Pablo and Cheetor and Nightbird.
I love everyone just calling him that now.
I mean, Pablo's written on the side of his freaking vehicle mode. I actually think he's voiced by a guy named Pablo too.
I'll go check right now. If that's the case.
Rise of the... I'm already on IMDb. By the way, you gotta love how the top billed cast on IMDb starts with Michelle Yeoh as Airraiser.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she is the highest profile actor in this movie. Love to see it. What's... Who is voicing Wheel... Oh, Wheeljack's voiced by a guy named Cristo Fernandez.
Damn it.
But he does say Pablo on his man, so I'm gonna call him Pablo.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, I think. I think that's everything.
Yep.
Yeah. So, a bunch of the stuff that we talked about, the stuff that we went over, the promo images, they're available for pre-order now.
Optimus is going to be pre-ordered April 18th, they said, and
Yeah.
Nemesis is a later,
Yep.
because I ain't finished.
Yep, they will do Nemesis later. All right, any final thoughts on Transformers, you guys?
All great. I was happy that most of this was not leaked.
That's true. A bunch of this wasn't leaked.
You're right about that.
I love that you even said with Nemesis, like, we better reveal it now before it gets leaked.
Yeah, they did. They're like, this will leak if we don't reveal it now.
Yep. I wish more companies thought of that.
Kind of like, it's like G.I. Joe's been name dropping, so that way if listings pop up, we still know what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I had, like, my retro Marion figure fell over and I got distracted. Speaking of getting distracted by Indiana Jones figures, boom, we got new ones. We got new indie toys.
It was announced, Star Wars Celebration when these were announced?
Yes, Star Wars Celebration happened, and that is a Lucasfilm event, so you know that Indy was there. There was a new Dial of Destiny trailer, which looked great. I am so excited for this movie. I'm actually on the hype train now, like full steam, not just this thing is a catalyst to get me toys.
That new trailer is great.
It's really well cut. I love the way they use music in it to get everything together, the feeling, the vibe. So happy. But they also had a panel for Star Wars toys, which we'll talk about in a bit. But they also had Indiana Jones stuff. I watched the panel replay, so I'll throw in some details. First things first, they revealed the first figure of Wave 2, which they had pipelined last time. It is Temple of Doom Indiana Jones, specifically missing one sleeve and part of his shirt. This is this would be known as Temple of Doom, which I think looks great.
I'll call him Awakened Indy.
I would say also for people, I see people going like, man, I wish the indie. I see some people would talk about the Avengers series indie from the first wave, and like people were like, oh man, I wish he came with. I wish his hat was removable, or man, I wish he came with Ultra Heads. I'm like, this is an indie line. You're gonna get multiple indies. You can head swap with.
So it was funny because they're like, it's the most iconic look of indie from Temple of Doom, and the audience was like, yay. Like it felt so expected, right?
Mm-hmm.
He comes with the machete, he comes with his bag and all that. You know, this is as minor spoilers there. He's got new pants actually because he's got the torn pant thing going on. But he mostly is from the waist down the same figure as the Raiders one. New head sculpt though, because he's got a different expression. He's more beat up. He comes with the lower jaw of something. Short Round. Oh my god, the cheering at the panel for Short Round like popped the speakers.
I'm glad we're out of the era. I'm glad we're out of the era of Short Round hate now. Finally.
Exactly. Anyways, Short Round. He's got a off-brand Yankees hat. He's got glad he has a soft goods coat because that's great. He comes with the Indie Voodoo doll, which is also great because I don't want to buy the Disney replica one because it's too expensive. He's got the torch. His hat is removable, unlike Indy's, which aren't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his hat's actually removable, and that's so.
I'm curious how they're gonna do it. So, like, because hats on figures are kind of notoriously not great because they really need to be. I explain
it better in my Indie video that comes out Wednesday. I'll leave the explanation for hats. He also does come with this is going to be good for us that are looking for a separate indie hat. He comes with a separate indie hat to wear.
Oh, that's nice. So you can recreate, all the bunch of scenes.
Yep.
With that.
Next up, Indiana Jones Hypnotized, which somehow got a bigger audience cheer than the one from the bridge scene. But I think it's because they've never done this as a toy before.
So you get good old shirtless.
Nothing at all, right?
Good old shirtless Harrison Ford.
nothing at all to do with fetishes.
I think it's a little bit to do with.
Well, shirtless Harrison Ford.
Same figure from the waist down. What's interesting though is
butterfly joints.
Yeah, he's got single joints. The butterfly joints, he does have that on the Raiders figure. They'll just probably work better here. Oops, I clicked away. What's interesting with him is that he actually comes with the skull chalice, which for some reason, there's not a good spot there. Oh, there it is. The skull chalice, which is pretty cool. But I think the thing that's going to sell this figure is he comes with the Sankara stones. He comes with 3 that are normal and 3 that are lit, and the lit ones are actually glow in the dark.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So I was like, not that exciting of a figure. Yes, even though the crowd was like, oh my god. I was like, oh, but Sankara stones make me excited.
I mean, what's kind of nice about the figure is like the body's kind of generic. Like, besides, I think the slashes in the back, the body's kind of generic enough.
I think the slashes are painted.
Because if the figure is generic, if the body's generic enough, you could kind of like head swap, like if you want characters to be just shirtless.
Oh, totally.
For like certain shots and stuff like that.
Great really customization options with him. Anyways, and then we got Helena Shaw, Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character from Dial of Destiny. You got nothing character-wise to say about her because the movie's not out yet, but she's got a flashlight and a backpack, and that's cool. And then she comes with another piece. And then this is actually surprising. I am actually really impressed with this Harrison Ford head sculpt.
This is the Dial of Destiny.
This is yeah. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, this is Dial of Destiny Indie. I think he reuses the arms and the jacket and the torso and the pants. He's mostly the Raiders Indie, but they gave him a new head.
Also compared to other like, I'm assuming he looks a lot better than the Force Awakens old man Harrison Ford.
Way better than the Force Awakens old man. I say this is actually the best Harrison Ford they got. Like the Raiders Indie, I think was the new one. I think that's like the best young Harrison Ford. This is just spot on, and it's probably because they were able to. They were able to. Yeah, they could 3D scan him or something, right? Spin Dash mentions gonna make Crystal Skull figures, and they were like, "Well, this is all we're showing right now, but stay tuned in the future."
I think they will because
I think they'll do at least like a wave.
No, they will, because that'll be kind of stupid. Just because a lot of people don't like Crystal Skull, it'll be stupid not to make figures of Crystal Skull because it's like not making figures of the prequel era, for example.
Yeah, I think or the sequel era, honestly, with how the fandom's going nowadays. I will say I think they'll probably at least do Indy,
Mutt, and the main villain.
Indy Mutt, maybe Marion, and then Kate Blanchett. Sorry, Blaine's blanking.
If they do make an indie for Crystal Skull, I'm begging Hasbro, please include a fridge.
Yes. What's interesting is he doesn't come with an uncoiled whip on the Dial of Destiny indie. So stay tuned for another variant. He comes with a snake. Why did it have to be snakes? There's more pictures later, and if there's not, I'll go dig them up.
Honestly, it's really smart that they're only limiting for 2 figures in the new movie, because I think sometimes when you heavily use the new movie as your main part of the wave, that might not go well, because again,
that has happened where Black Series, when they were like for Force Awakens, when they were doing only Force Awakens stuff, it like kind of threw off things a little bit
because the movie's not out yet, so it's a whole you don't know the quality.
The unofficial 6th figure to Wave 2, this is a fan channel Amazon exclusive, is the Cairo Indie, which will go well with Cairo Marion.
I first thought it was going to be the snake.
Yeah. But no, we get Cairo Indie, a lot of similar stuff to what we see with the normal Raiders Indie, but he's got like, sorry, I clicked too far once again. He comes with the monkey again. So it's it's like a good mix. I think it's great that he's not in a wave, because this figure is a little redundant in some ways, but it is a unique look. Again,
let's say this line is pretty much all indie.
Yep.
So,
but that's fine. I'm buying it. I'm in. Now I'm gonna bitch. So guys, I love this line, but every Hasbro line has to piss me off in one way or another, right? Right, Jerry? It's like clockwork.
Is it the monkey paw? Is it like the monkey paw thing?
Yeah.
Hey guys, do you see that indie figure right there? It's literally
Mhm.
the exact same as this one I'm holding in my hands.
Question: does he come with the same accessories?
Same exact accessories.
Oh.
I'll
Oh.
just call it a reissue then.
They did. They actually called it a reissue at
Well,
the
the figure,
panel.
you can still pick up the figure to this day.
However,
Well, there you go.
However, the one twist here is it comes with this pedestal for the idol to be on.
Oh wow. It's like friggin' the Simpsons Malibu Station.
Oh my god! It's
yeah,
a
but
map
she's
of
got a new
Stacey
hat.
hat. But
Yep.
she's a new hat.
Yeah, but
Get
she
it.
has a new hat.
Because the thing is, the retail figure comes with the idol. So the only thing
the
exclusive
sand.
is the pedestal and the bag of sand.
Oh, I thought the retail figure came with the sandbag.
It doesn't come with the sandbag. It's just...
Okay.
But the thing is, you can't skip the retail figure if you want the arc, though. Because he comes with 2 parts to the arc.
I think so. What you want is because it's pretty much like if you want indie figure but don't want to
If you're not building the arc, this is perfect.
Yeah, this is what it is. Is there's gonna be people that just only want indie because they don't really care for the rest of it. They just want indie for just to have an indie in their collection. I think that's what this figure is. And honestly, this might be the figure I might pick up because I have no plans of collecting the whole wave. So I might pick this up personally. I don't think it's
It's not horrible, but as a person who's buying every figure, it is a little redundant for me. And I'm jumping ahead here. I will say though, I got to give them credit. This pack is $40.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all. There is one little asterisk to this. It is a Shop Disney Hasbro Pulse exclusive.
Oh.
However, Shop Disney exclusives are usually pretty available, honestly. So
yeah.
Yep. I will still end up with this at some point. I may not buy it at launch though. I will probably end up with it because at this point it's like it would be the only thing I'm skipping, and that would just be weird.
You need. I have a request when you do review it.
Yes.
You need to do the gag of replacing the indie figure from this set with the retail indie, like the switcheroo.
I could do that. And yes, Spin Dash, Shop Disney does have better replacement programs because they actually care about making their customers happy. Sideburn Hasbro. Let's talk more Hasbro. Yeah. Also, I have a Marvel Unlimited membership, so I get Shop Disney discount. I just may not buy it at launch. A bunch of this stuff, by the way, is going up April 13th. So here's the thing.
You know what they should have done to complete the set? They should have like Dan Alfred Molina and the Spikes to complete the set.
I want them to do an Alfred Molina. And comic book writer Dan Slott agrees with me too. I'm saving this image now so I don't forget where it was from. There is a 2-pack coming up that's going to be fan channel on Amazon. It is Marcus Brody and Renee Belloc. So first of all, for those that may not remember your indie, this is Belloc's normal look in the movie. If you want to be honest, he wears the white suit for more of it.
That's true.
I actually called this. Fun fact. I don't know if I mentioned it on stream or anything, but I noticed that on the box for the Ceremonial Belloc that was in Wave 1, it said Belloc Ceremonial. Like it specifically called out Ceremonial.
Is it like in brackets, like Belloc?
Yeah, in parentheses. And I called it out in my video, and I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they already have another Belloc planned. And in the time between when I shot that video and when I went to edit it, because I haven't edited it yet, I went back and shot another segment after Celebration. I was like, look, I was right. There is another Belloc. And then, to go with that, we're getting Marcus Brody, which, if I'm not mistaken, the 4-inch line from 2008 for Indie didn't have a Marcus Brody. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, they didn't.
I don't remember him being in the line, so this is awesome. This got a huge cheer at the panel, by the way. And it is so funny because, like, he comes with a giant book that does open, which is fantastic. Spoiling the pipeline. But this is a 2-pack of 2 dudes in suits, but that is like an exciting 2-pack for indie fans.
I mean, it's brand new suits. It's not reused Marvel Legends suits, right?
Yeah, and I don't even think they're reusing that many parts from Tote either. And they're not even reusing parts together. They're using 2 different suits. So I'm impressed. I am impressed. This is some really good stuff.
What's nice is they're just generic enough to be like generic gangsters for your Legends collection.
Yep. If you need generic gangsters,
you could also use that Belloc for with that generic gangster. You can use him as an Untouchables figure.
Yes, yes, you could. Oh, there's a lot of great potential in this line. I think.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this line survives just the movie hype year, because I think we can really do some cool stuff here.
I see since I didn't make it for Dial Destiny is gonna be the last indie movie, right?
It's weird because Disney's official description is Harrison Ford's last indie movie, like they're gonna do more indie when he's dead or something.
I
just don't see
Oh,
us getting
God.
another indie movie, guys.
I
I think
I see this
I just
line.
have some morbid thoughts about that.
Realistically, I see the line going for at least 2 years just to complete.
I think in 2 years we could get pretty much everybody.
Yeah,
like right now, with all the Temple of Doom stuff, we know that Mala Ram is coming because he's in the product description for Walter Donovan. But I really do want Willie. We need a Kate Capshaw, to kind of like round out Temple of Doom, I think.
It'll come out the same time as when the Temple of Doom Lego set will come out.
Yep. Moving on to the pipeline, because someone mentioned Sean Connery.
Man.
Boom.
Motorcycles.
Speaking of motorcycles, Last Crusade. The pipeline reveals for Wave 3 is Last Crusade Indy, Grail Knight, Henry Jones Sr., which we knew Grail Knight and Henry Jones Sr. from the product descriptions. But it's nice to see. I'm so happy we're getting Sean Connery. We're also getting Elsa Schneider, which is great because we got Donovan as a fan channel and Amazon exclusive. And then we're getting Mads Mikkelsen and Antonio Banderas. Do you want me to know what the character names are? I don't know. They didn't say them in the panel.
They're
Dial of Destiny, yeah. So we haven't got, I don't know their deal yet, but it's Mads Mikkelsen and Antonio Banderas. Do I need reasons?
You get Puss in Boots in the indie movie, finally.
Exactly. They're listed as being Jurgen Voller and Ronaldo. According to Yakface, who gets some info, Ronaldo's not listed as part of Wave 3. He might be like fan channel and Amazon, like how the Cairo Indie is with Wave 2. I'm very excited for this line. I'm very excited. Josh in the chat does bring up a good point. They're likely going to transition out of an Indiana Jones franchise into a spin-off of some sort. That does seem to be the Lucasfilm way.
that or they'll try another young indie series.
I don't know if you can do it. The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles is legitimately prestige streaming TV before that was even a concept. They spent so much money per episode. Anywhere? It's ridiculous.
Is that available anywhere, like streaming wise, or
YouTube?
No?
Someone uploaded to YouTube. It's not official, but I think every time I Google an episode to get some trivia, I see like YouTube pop up.
Because I meant it's in like quote unquote licensed limbo because Paramount owns the show, but Disney owns the IP kind of thing.
Well, because Disney owns the IP, but Paramount owns the show, and
they can't really do anything with it because Disney will go after them.
I was trying to figure out. Okay, I can't find the picture. I forgot to mention the build-in artifact. I'm gonna go find the picture right now.
I hope actually. I really hope the build artifact for Crystal Skull is just the alien.
It should be. It should be the whole skeleton thing. Let me see. Star Wars Celebration, Indiana Jones. Let's see if I can find. I'm gonna find the picture of the build and artifacts. I completely glossed over it because I kind of forgot, even though I'm so excited.
Welcome to Chat Silver Bricks. During the new trailer, it says Destiny could change history. So what if at the end of the movie somehow Indy goes back in time and we'll get a new actor with a new set of movies? He's got flashpointed.
That could be something. That's actually not a bad theory. The only thing is, there's like that sort of famous, infamous story of like apparently Chris Pratt. There was like rumored to be a young Indy, and like Harrison Ford called him and said, "You can have the role over my dead body."
My dead body.
So I mean, it would have to be Harrison Ford signing off on something because he feels very attached. He didn't have a problem with Young Indiana Jones Chronicles because it's Indy at age 9 to 12 and Indy at age 19 to 25, which he wouldn't have been able to play in the 90s anyways. Here's the build and artifact, which I got the nice heartwarming photo. It is the actual Skull Temple with the Sankara stones. I think I even said it in...
I love that photo.
I don't know if I said it in a video or in a stream, but like I was like, oh, they're not going to make like the whole Skull Temple for the Sankara stones. Yes, they are. It's cool. Short round comes with the back section, one character comes with the lower jaw, one with the upper jaw, one with the snakes, one with the stones. So
I love the photo as Indy hunting short round.
I hope Indy doesn't die at the end of the movie because I think that Harrison Ford actually likes Indiana Jones as a character, unlike everybody else.
I mean, look at the press photos. He's happy.
Oh, he's happy. He's so happy. Chris Pratt was on the short list for the Sonic movie. That's why they drew him into the concept art. But this is just a wonderful photo. Like you can tell the photographers actually care about the property.
It really does feel like the people making the Avengers series really loves the movies. I mean, look at the honestly,
the guy that like the lead guy in the Star Wars brand, or at least the guy that does the presentations. He always says he's like, I love Star Wars. I love working on Star Wars, but I love Indiana Jones more, and it shows. It shows how much love.
I mean, honestly, look at the plastic-free packaging. It's honestly next to JoJo, the indie like Avengers series plastic-free packaging is one of the best design ones.
Indie would be the best packaging if it wasn't for the way the interior was done.
Yeah, but in terms of like design, like the actual like
design. The exterior design, they're great. They do. The stones look like earplugs in that pic. Yeah, they actually do.
They look like they're like beans.
Little beans. I'm happy we're getting 2 sets of stones though, and not just stuck with one.
All right, shall we get to Star Wars? It's all about Star Wars.
All right, I'm just gonna. I know this wasn't Celebration news, but boy, do I not care what was Celebration or not. Oh my God, we're getting an actual proper chrysanthemum.
Wait, so did the previous chrysanthemum came out already? Or is
the previous chrysanthemum they released, which let's just pull it up right now and Pulse. I don't mind dragging a figure through the mud. And you know what? For some people, they were happy. Cool. Good for you. You like mediocrity. I don't understand how anybody was okay with this. They made a comic-style chrysanthemum before they knew that he was going to be in Book of Boba Fett, and so they did a half-assed figure, just because they're like, yeah, let's just put out a chrysanthemum based on the comics, and it's a Chewbacca repaint, which I don't even like the Black Series Chewbacca mold, and I like this even less. And then they just slapped the armor on him, but they made it in that gold mustardy color, and I think it just looks terrible. I think this is absolutely especially when they put him next to the artwork there. What the frick?
So this is
$28.99. This one is $33.99. Okay, it's more expensive, but look at this big boofy Wookiee. Look at him. He's beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted.
Fluffy.
Okay, so his hands are.
Look at it, and actually, my stream started buffering.
Oh.
I see him now. Okay.
I
see him now.
Good.
He looks good.
He looks amazing.
I like the armor.
Yeah, the armor actually looks weathered and painted.
Mustard.
The other one was very low effort. We didn't know he was going to be a big player in a show kind of thing. But I mean, he's in a deluxe box. He actually looks like he's worth the deluxe price. I totally brooded him. Guys, I think Black Series is like the most overpriced, poorly laid out Star Wars figure line.
We were talking about that at the beginning of the stream.
Because we got the problem. We got Hasbro the price increase, and then we got the Disney tax.
Yep.
The Star Wars Disney tax. And that's the 2 ultimate evils right there.
So I love this. I love this so much. This is like my new hyped Black Series figure of the year. My previous most hyped Black Series was the Season 7 Darth Maul, which is so good. This is the thing. I should legitimately never buy Black Series anymore, because I actually don't think they have held quality. But then I get somebody like this Darth Maul, and I'm like, oh, there is hope in the line. But then I get somebody like Grand Inquisitor, and I'm like, why did I buy this?
It's a very love-hate relationship.
Very much so. I love Star Wars. I mean, Star Trek is more my thing too, but I do love my Star Wars. I got my Cassian Andor on my desk because I love Andor. But yeah, I'm getting all the characters from Andor just because it's Andor. But I gotta say, this chrysanthemum's top of my list. I'm totally getting this guy. I pre-ordered him. I'm like, yep, need the big old Wookiee. I want to talk about the Star Wars Celebration reveals because I don't know. This would be cathartic for me.
Only? Are we doing toys only or shows?
We'll talk media at the end if we have time.
Right.
First of all, there's an electronic chopper that rolls around and makes sounds and stuff, but he's
does it curse? Does it curse at you?
It does. It does. There's a promo video for that. All right, so they're like, hey, look at this cool clone commando. Oh god, the framing got screwed up. Wait. I don't know when they're gonna make a Black Series Star Killer, but the fact they're on like the 25th Gaming Greats figure and that hasn't been one of them is ridiculous.
Are you gonna get?
I
Are you
did
gonna
get the
get
George
yours?
Lucas. I did get the George Lucas. I want this indie figure to be redone as Steven Spielberg because I would really like that. Okay, where are we at? Clone. You know, this guy, Republic Commando type guy from Bad Batch. Great, awesome. Wasn't gonna buy him.
Build.
He's cool.
I feel like that's who would like that stuff. Army people, army build.
Army builders, yeah. We get season 2 Echo from Bad Batch, which is one of the best Star Wars shows. I have the season 1 version. I probably was gonna buy this guy because I couldn't get the season 1 version of Hunter or Crosshair because Hasbro canceled my pre-orders of the reissues.
Without spoiling, how do you feel about the season 2 finale? Because for some reason I saw a lot of hate for it.
Oh, I loved it. I love when Star Wars does what Star Wars like. That is peak Star Wars right there.
Yeah, it's like, guys, like I see so much hate for it, and I'm like, my God, really? Does this
Star Wars fans just can't enjoy anything. Anyways, Echo looks good. Here's Hunter, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't want to buy a mismatch, Bad Batch set, so I'll totally get Hunter to make up for the Hunter I didn't get. I'll totally get Echo again. God, there's so many photos. Goodness, I am trying to make a point here. Move on, gallery. Move on. There's a new Omega. I would totally get a new Omega. Omega's great. Wonderful character. She comes with the collapsed bow and the open bow, which is cool. So that means she's got 2 options and 2 head options. Great. Was going to get her. Emphasis on the was. And Tech. I would totally get a new Tech, even though I didn't open my other Tech because, I couldn't get my Hunter and Crosshair to match them. I was like, all right, team stuff, Wrecker, I'll buy him again. Yeah, guess what, guys? You want to know the dumbest thing I've ever seen them do in this line?
One Bad Batch is exclusive.
Omega is retail, and the rest are exclusive to Walmart.
Oh, wow.
This is once again how I once again was like, I'm dropping this line. I'm never buying another figure again. Even after Chrysanthemum, I was like, collection has like horrible QC. 100%. Horrible QC.
Like they don't make like
they don't make
exclusive.
4/5 of a team exclusive to one store and 1/5 of the team not exclusive. And the thing is, they did that with the A Squad, where like there was like a scavenger hunt, but they were easy to get. Not all of them were exclusive to Walmart.
They're also not like the main characters. They're like
exactly. This is the equivalency of making the Dino Fury Rangers all at once, and you can get Pink at retail, and everybody else is exclusive to Walmart.
Yeah, that is bad.
Yep. Especially after how they canceled the pre-orders for Hunter and Crosshair, which I thought they did. I thought they canceled the reissues of Hunter and Crosshair because they're going to put out the season 2 ones. They didn't want to compete. But those were retail figures. These are exclusives. You could have just put them out. I don't know why they canceled all those.
And it's actually your lovely relationship with Walmart. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm never going to see these figures. Not once. All right. So, anyways, I was like, I'm done with Black Series. Friendship with Hasbro over. Ah, crap. Book of Boba Fett Cad Bane.
It's like I think it's like when they pull me back, they pull me out, and they pull me back in.
I was out.
Is that the phrase?
I was out, and like 24 hours later, I was back in. I was like, Chrysanthemum's gonna be the last figure I buy. I'm like, but this Cad Bane looks better than the Clone Wars one.
Don't you love it?
I have the Clone Wars one. I didn't buy the Bad Batch one, but oh my god, this Book of Boba Fett one looks really good. I mean, look at that shot right there. He's like dusting off his hat. And Zeltrax, thank you for the offer, but I'm just gonna not try to bother with because there's too many of them. If it was one, that'd be one thing, but there's just 4 of them being Walmart.
That's like how much if you buy them all at once on Walmart, like 100 something.
Well, let's see. It'd be because Wrecker's into deluxe, so that's 114, assuming their normal price and not getting marked up. Because a lot of exclusives for Black Series are marked up. That's another thing. Power Rangers doesn't mark up their exclusives. So,
unless it's in a lunchbox.
Yep. Spin Dash, I highly recommend animated Star Wars. Clone Wars, for me personally, I think Clone Wars gets good in like late season 3. Late season 3 is when it gets really good, and I've loved it ever since. I had trouble with early Clone Wars too. It took me years to get through the first couple seasons, but you get to season 3, specifically, you get to season 4. I think season 4 is like when it really takes off. So yeah.
Oh, that makes
Come on, JoJo. Indiana
I
Jones
need
is
to
technically the ancestor of
watch
Han
more
Solo
Clone
in an
Wars.
actual like what if comic from Dark Horse.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that was a thing. They like tied them together. So anyways, Cad Bane brought. I'm just gonna start clicking through this gallery, like this, and then they're like, "Oh hey, you know that R2D2 that everyone hated, that was too small for 10 years? We made a new one.
Is he finally worth $20?
I don't know if he's worth 25, but he's finally in the proper scale.
And he still won't fit in any of your ships.
Well, there's no ships to fit in. It's 6-inch.
I know, I'm just making a joke because Revenge of the Sith toy line pissed me off as a kid.
Oh, well,
You get an R2D2 that can fit inside your, and none of them actually fit inside your Jedi starships.
I think the only ones that could do that are the Lego one. Lego
Funny
sets.
story, guys. This R2 here has an extendable neck, like it could be fit into an N1 starfighter.
Wait, it can do the ET thing?
It can do the. I mean, yeah, it's got the ET thing. I knew this, and I forgot this wasn't common knowledge because I had the Episode 1 cross sections book. The N1 starfighters, to interface the astromech droids, they extended their neck up because of the way the ship design is.
I keep forgetting Astromech droid can do it because I rarely see them do it.
You never see it actually happen. You only see it in cross section stuff.
Look at them go.
Yep.
It's one of those things where it's like how some like mecha book would say the mecha can do this, but we never see it on screen kind of thing.
Don't get me started on Dan Kuga and Super Robot Wars.
Oh god. It is going to be on a Return of the Jedi card. They said that they're future proofing it to be other astromechs. Is it worth 25? Probably not, but considering it's a properly scaled R2, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, but it is still a trash can legs is the problem.
It's accurate. There's also a new 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi Darth Vader removable helmet, which I think that's the best looking. That's cool.
Did they ever make a figure of like broken helmet Vader from Rebels / Obi-Wan?
They are making one. That was one of the pipeline reveals. In case you didn't get the Crimson Guard in any of the previous releases, that's coming out.
Which one's the Crimson Guard again? Is it just
the Emperor
Palpatine's
guard? Guards.
There's a new 3.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, there's a new 3-pack.
I remember them.
There's a new 3-pack with the new proper scale Yoda. There is a redo of Obi-Wan, and then there is an Anakin.
Look how small he is.
And there's an Anakin with a new head. They actually haven't made a Gonk droid in Black Series. I don't know if they've done it in Vintage.
I would like an Anakin figure with just a bag of sand as an accessory.
Is it Hayden Christensen Ghost?
It's the Hayden Christensen Ghost.
Are we ever gonna get a holster retractor for Anakin in that scene?
Probably not.
We're never gonna get. I don't think we're ever gonna get a figure of
that. Chris, we're gonna get Ghost Qui-Gon as a Target exclusive later. He was one of the pipeline reveals.
I just want a Star Wars black figure of Sam Witwer telling David Filoni that he's wrong about Star Wars knowledge.
I would
thought you were gonna say a Star Wars black figure of Samwise Gamgee. I was like,
Samwise Gamgee.
Because my favorite is just hearing the story that he did when I think he was getting an interview with Michael Rosenbaum. And he's like, yeah, so I was brought in to be Darth Maul, and they weren't really going to do much with the character outside of a few episodes until Dave was like, oh, we're doing this. And I said, hey, we got to record those lines. And Dave's like, why? And Sam's like, well, because Padme already met his wife. Padme already met his mom in the first movie. And then Dave was like, oh, crap, you out Star Wars than me. I forgot that even happened.
Yep. If you want Jabba the Hutt in the same configuration as the box set from 2014 with a better Salacious Crumb, that's coming.
Is he the same mold, or did they slightly remold him?
Jabba's the same. Crumb is different because he's the Galaxy's Edge 4-pack one, but he's still got the hookah and the.
I saw a question. Wheels, I told you have a brown soul.
Why?
The question was asking if you and me were both Mexican.
Nah. I'm only Latino when I like Saint Seiya. Hold on.
I like to see say now I just imagine Wheels like channeling his inner.
Oh yeah, no. Like if you've ever seen the South Park parody of Menta Tequila, then just start playing that music when they start doing the parody of Last of the Mohicans.
I don't know. I'm just imagining like Wheels like charging his key.
Like whoever's asking if I'm Hispanic, just go over to my YouTube channel, Wheelchair21. Watch all my old content, and then you'll see I am white as Soundout.
Yep.
But as for me, I'm actually Puerto Rican. Yeah, I'm close, but not.
Yeah, Common JoJo's Mexican though. That's awesome. We got something in common.
I am yo soy boricua. Para que tú lo sepas.
Yeah, I am white, and I'm also classified as the white N-word too.
I just know one Mexican word. Ay caramba.
Because I am Irish. I am so Irish that I am hated in the 1920s.
Yep. Well, anyways.
Speak of green.
Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that actually worth it though? You'll talk about it.
I mean, I don't know.
That's my
it's
favorite
just,
Luke.
It's Luke.
Am I weird for that? That's my favorite Luke.
No,
I don't know.
I like
it.
This is like my favorite look too. I think he has alternate.
Is this?
He actually has an alternate
Luke,
flap
is this one
piece.
exactly?
I know what this is. This is the Walmart. It's the only time I ever got a Walmart exclusive. The Walmart Return of the Jedi Luke from the scene where he goes and tries to shoot Jabba, except they've retooled it so that he can have the flap open or close for the Vader fight. So it's the better one. It's not the 2013 one.
You got points
Part of
there.
me feels like I should just. What?
Uteki T said his favorite Luke is from Guyver.
No, I was gonna say my favorite Luke is Return of the Jedi too. His look is great. And
It's funny because the card art here
I'm
is the Luke it's based on. Like, it doesn't come with the cloak, right? Because that's just the original Kenner art. But the one I got is like this mold, but with the cloak and the blaster, and it also comes with the saber. So this is kind of like it's a slightly stripped down version of it, but
I'm actually so glad Filoni loved that. I'm so glad he loved that Luke so much that he was like, no, that's gonna be the Mandalorian Luke too. I was like so glad that Return of the Jedi Luke showed up, and like even though they mostly CG'd over Mark Hamill, the fact that they had Mark Hamill just going in there ham like he should have been back in the old the old movies, but they didn't have Jedi fights that complicated.
Was it Mark? I know it's like
Mark was there.
No, so
Mark did a take. They did a take with Mark. And then they did a take with his double, and then they CG'd like an AI CG recreation on the face. Here's the thing: the body double for Luke could have just played Luke. They didn't need to spend all the money on the CG stuff. I'm going to be real. It was
They
good.
should have. They should have just had. What they should do is just have the body double and Mark Hamill working together, like to create the younger Luke and
make the body double just be an understudy for Mark Hamill.
I personally, I know it's sort of off topic, but I always feel like they really should stop trying to CG the older actors' faces. They really should just find actors that have it.
I mean, they did. The Luke actor is like a dead ringer.
But yeah, they still try. But they still try to like CG.
It's like it's a weird obsession of theirs. Star Trek meanwhile is like, yeah, we recast everybody. No big deal. Like, we're saving a ton of money and we're getting better performances.
Like I know like people are like, oh, but you can't have, it's not Luke. Well, Mark, like, look, these guys are in their like 70s now. Like they can't, they need to like if they want.
And Star Wars should never listen to the weird nerds because they don't know what they're talking about.
And my favorite part is how Ultraman's going to feel that effect now with them finally starting to die off.
Well, with Ultraman, the fact that Ultras and the hosts are usually different people, that they don't really.
Yeah, it's not like the Star Wars problem of tiny universe must have everybody in it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the rest of the toys before we get too side tangenty. So there's a 4-pack of aliens from the Jabba Palace scene.
Where's the blue elephant?
There's always a Jabba Palace scene.
You mean Max Rebo?
Yes, where is he?
The true survivor of Star Wars, Max Rebo. I don't know. We're probably going to get him at some point, unless they already made him. There also is we're doing vintage collection, even though I don't collect vintage collection. There's a vintage collection Black Chrysanthemum, and his face is not as snarly as the Black Series, so I think he looks a little calm. But I got to give him credit. They gave him, like, effects for his electric knuckle dusters. And then he also comes with a Stein and a Run fruit. So slightly jealous at the accessory count on the vintage Chrysanthemum, but I'm still really excited for the Black Series one.
I'm kind of mad now that I have to like get Boba Fett because of this son of a bitch being made.
I'm still waiting for them to make the Boba Fett I actually want. They have not made the Boba Fett I want for Black. All right, tangent time. Let's do this.
Because I know the Book of Boba Fett merch was delayed to this year, was it? Because
a lot of it was, but the thing is that for Black Series, there's 2 looks Boba Fett has in Book of Boba Fett, and you got to see it in the legs. So, I think SH Figure Arts even did both.
What? I you said you got to see it in the legs, and I'm like, so it's a
because he's wearing the same armor. It's just the way the legs are done. So here it is, right here. This episode right here, or this shot of him where the pants are exposed. He's got like a back skirt. I would have bought the figure art if it was closer in scale to Black Series. But you see how he's got like pants, and then he's got a back skirt. That's the one I want. But the one they've made, the one they made in Black Series is, and they've only done the throne. They've done several, but they've made this one with the covered pants, the front pant look, which isn't the same.
Well, yeah, didn't they only make the one that was featured in The Mandalorian?
Yeah, this is like the one from the end of The Mandalorian that they made. And then they've also made the 2 from The Mandalorian. And I don't know what goes on in the figure arts and Mafek's world for Star Wars, so I'm just not gonna not answer questions, because I just don't know enough. But this is the only like Black Series they've made for a Book of Boba Fett, and it's not the one I want. I want the one with the back skirt, not the pants. They've made it in Vintage Collection. It's right here. I want the pants. I really want the pants. So I'm waiting. They're going to make it eventually. It'll probably be a dumb deluxe price point, even though it doesn't need to be. But I will get it because that is the Boba Fett I want. So, anyways, back to Star Wars. I don't know. Does anyone care about Moff?
How do we go back to Star Wars when we were on Star Wars?
We went from Star Wars to Star Wars. Nien Nub's getting another Vintage Collection release, but still no Black Series.
What's Nien Nub?
Fish guy that hung out with Lando.
That guy, the guy I hate.
I was thinking of the Nub song.
Yeah, and then I'm not going to go through all the pictures because I have to convince myself I'm not buying it. The Vintage Collection Mandalorian and one Starfighter
after the stream. I want that Starfighter.
I want it.
The Starfighter.
Even though I don't collect Vintage Collection, I want it.
Because I don't want to buy Lego anymore. Because Lego.
I bought the Lego one and I still want it.
Well, you buy me the Lego one, and then I won't want this one.
I mean, I have the Lego one, but this one, like, I don't know, looks great. The thing is, too, is that I don't want to go like too deep into it because I know it's not 6-inch stuff, but like whatever. You can remove Grogu's cockpit and put in a droid socket that'll work with Build-A-Droid parts. Okay, I'm not polling a buy or not to buy because everyone's just going to vote buy. I don't know how much this is going to cost. We're going to find out tomorrow, but like, it's beautiful. And it comes with a little Grogu with his little hype arms. He's raising the roof in the back seat. Dang it, I do want this.
It's gonna be like overpriced knowing Hasbro vehicle prices.
Probably gonna be like 150 bucks.
They ruined the market of Star Wars products. Hasbro has.
Disney has, not Hasbro.
Guys,
if Hasbro could work at Hasbro prices, that'd be great. But the problem is that Disney's license
Disney
is
tax.
too expensive.
That Disney tax.
Because the thing is, when they renewed the license for Star Wars in 2022, Disney raised the price.
Really?
Even though the value of the brand, I think, is categorically less than it was before. Chapek raised the price on Hasbro.
The only good thing about the brands right now is on just technically anything that's tied to Clone Wars, Rebels, and Mando. Anything else is kind of ass.
Yeah, but the problem is that they're doing dumb stuff like...
Where does Andor fit in that?
Like merch?
I guess Rebels.
Yeah, it's kind of... But the thing is that... Well, the TV shows are best Star Wars. But the problem is that, like, yeah, you know, oh, hey, we're getting good stuff, but then it's like Bad Batch Season 2 looks are all Walmart. And then, so I was like, okay, Cad Bane, I'm back, even though I was out. They're like, here, have 2 figures you're going to totally want. All right. First things first. Doc Ondar.
I like this. I like that she's not becomes Hasbro disappointed, but yet not disappointed Hasbro art industry.
Yeah, I know. Should I run a poll for anybody knowing Doc Ondar? I'm kidding. Doc Ondar is from Galaxy's Edge. He is the shopkeeper of the shop that sells the expensive stuff in Galaxy's Edge.
Welcome to Korodai.
Yeah, he is a full-on animatronic in the shop. You can see him. He sits behind the counter. You can go up and say hi to him. I love this guy. He's like so freaking cool. And then this species has been used a lot in Star Wars. This is our first use of him in Black Series, which means, hey, repaint potential, right? I love this. I also love that he comes with artifacts from his shop, like the beat-up Clone Trooper helmet. He's got the 2 holocrons, the Sith and the Jedi, which I think is the first time we got those as Black Series accessories. And it's perfect because you can buy the holocrons in his shop at Galaxy's Edge. So this is just a theme park like nerd thing going on for me, more so than a Star Wars thing. And the coolest part is he's $25. He's not upcharged. And he'll be going up on Shop Disney May the 4th, so I'll be able to get one, and I don't have to travel to California or Florida to go buy it, which is also good. Also, for some reason, he's in a window flat packaging without a window. What is the point of having the flap, guys? Hasbro, tell me. What is the point of the flap? There's nothing under the flap.
Well, they're gonna get rid of they're gonna bring back the windows. So that's why.
Yeah, I know. It's like this is probably like the start of a new Galaxy's Edge series of figures or something.
I'm gonna go grab dinner. But Rebels Mall.
Well, Battlefront 2 version of Rebels Mall, but yeah.
This is Rebels Mall.
We'll talk about him because yeah. So Doc Ondar, I'm getting.
I want to get dinner. I'll be back.
All right, I'm gonna get Doc Ondar
Rebel
for sure.
Small. Sounds like Rebel Small.
Rebel Small. Yeah, and then we got the Battlefront 2 Darth Maul Old Master. Why should I go to GameStop for like a repainted Battle Droid, right? But like, okay, new Darth Maul. And that means, hey, they've now tooled Darth Maul's saber for Rebels, and they gave him a look that is... This is interesting, because it's not quite the Rebels look, because the Rebels look would require a more animated design face. This is a skin from Battlefront 2 based on Rebels for Maul, which means they can use the head sculpt that looks more like Ray Park, that they used with the Sith Apprentice Maul, which is where the arms come from, where was the shirtless design, and then that way there's less tooling cost. But I'm totally going to get it. Also, apparently, the gaming crates are easy to get.
Look cool and stuff. I just
yeah.
Hope these you already know they're going to not be good prices, but
he's apparently $24.99, which means he's the cheapest gaming grade.
Oh, really?
So yeah, apparently they might be rolling back on the charging more for exclusives thing, which would be very good.
That's good.
He also totally reuses the legs from the Clone Wars one, which makes sense. Because, yeah, I think he's reusing the legs and the arms and the head. And the new torso, new lightsaber. I own all the Mauls. It's my favorite Star Wars character, guys. I'm not going to not buy this.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no, what?
God, Amazon has the Hellboy Omnibus box on sale for only $61.
Guys, let's watch Ryan spend money in real time.
Oh God, I might get this when I get paid this week.
Yeah.
It's like, God, it's a good deal.
I think it's the end of Star Wars news. There was pipeline reveals. I don't have a picture for them. I'll look up a picture. I'll be good. I'll do my due diligence.
You want to go overstream? You want to go overstream? Overtime?
We're already overtime by 1 minute. What's another 5?
I don't know. Soundout.
If you guys don't like it, you can leave. No, it's not that big of a deal. I found it already. I'm just gonna do Black Series. I think most people here that are gonna care about Black Series. You could pretend Maul is Starkiller. They have the same actor, and Maul is canon, so you know. All right, here's the Black Series. I'm very happy with these pipeline reveals because they do not mess around. They're not trying to tell us, they're not trying to like lead us on. Battle Damage Grievous, exclusive to GameStop. End of Obi-Wan, exclusive to Walmart. Ghost Qui-Gon Jinn, exclusive to Walmart. Paz Vizsla, not Paz Vizsla, that's the other Jon Favreau Vizsla. Pre-Vizsla. Pre-Vizsla is going to be retail. Heck yeah. Once again, I'm back in with this stupid line. I can't get out completely. I don't buy most of them, but I can't get out completely because they keep doing things like that. But we're getting Pre-Vizsla. And then we're getting a Battle Damaged Anakin at Target and a Battle Damaged Vader Anakin from Obi-Wan at Target, and then a Clone Commander at Target. Which is nice that the Clone Commander's not Walmart.
That Clone Commander photo was like flashed me back to olden YouTube days where I remember seeing a bunch of people with that profile image on YouTube back in 2007.
I think that's actually our second Revenge of the Sith figure after Ki-Adi-Mundi. Yeah. Anyways, Pre-Vizsla's great. I'm so excited for Pre-Vizsla. It'll be nice to have another Darksaber running around the shelves too.
I
think that's everything.
Just very rapid fire dots on all the media reveals.
Oh, the media reveals for Star Wars. I knew I forgot something.
This rapid fire dots. Rapid fire dots on them.
Hellfire, we didn't end up talking about Ultraman because I didn't want to poke the YouTube copyright bear with leaks. So maybe next week.
So rapid fire dots on all the media reviews for Star Wars they revealed.
Okay.
Like,
you guys ready? I'm just gonna exposit Star Wars. You all ready for this?
Yeah. Just make it quick, rapid fire. Here's just you. Yeah, just your dots only.
Vision Season 2. Fine.
There's Armin shorts. So better.
I didn't like Season 1 of Visions that much. I thought it was really boring because everybody did the same idea. Except for that one guy that was like, Tatooine Band. Bad Batch.
We got Armin at least for
Armin, yes.
Season 2.
Bad Batch Season 3 being the final season, great, because Season 2 ended on enough of a cliffhanger. I'm like, there is a third season, because Filoni wouldn't do that to us after what happened with Clone Wars. That's great. Tales of the Jedi getting a second season, fantastic. Super excited. Ahsoka looked really, really good, but it also was very much, I hope, telegraphing to everybody, you have 4 months to watch Rebels, go do it. Because Ahsoka is Rebels. My only complaint with Ahsoka is that it should have just been animated. Why is it live action? Except now we're hearing that it's going to lead into a movie because there are 3 movies. I think all 3 movie ideas are great. They will probably all vary in financial success, but I think it's a great idea. James Mangold's doing a Dawn of the Jedi movie talking about the first Jedi. Sounds awesome.
For people, Jane Mangold did Logan. For people who don't know,
and also the Wolverine. Let's not forget he did the Wolverine because the Wolverine.
And he's got work. And he's got to work on the Swamp Thing movie.
Yep. James Gunn finally hired somebody besides himself to write something. Okay, so James Mangold doing Dawn of the Jedi. Dave Filoni is going to be following up Mando and Ahsoka and Book of Boba Fett to do a movie that has no title, but I'm guessing it's Thrawn related since Thrawn is in Ahsoka. And then the third movie is going to take place 15 years after Episode 9 and focus on Rey establishing a new Jedi Order. And that sounds awesome because we can finally see Rey break out of having to be in a movie with Luke Skywalker.
I'll just say
that's
this. I think,
fantastic.
This is as a quick, just last topic for the stream.
Oh, and when I saw the Ahsoka trailer and they only showed the back of the head of Thrawn, I was like, if that is not Lars Mikkelsen, I will be pissed and I will never forgive this show. And then at the Ahsoka panel 2 days later, they're like, hey, Lars Mikkelsen's playing Thrawn. And I'm like, thank you. There was no reason to recast him.
All right, so this kind of last thing about Star Wars, I want to ask you. Do you think it's better for Star Wars not to have episode films anymore? You think it's better to
if we do another episode film, just kill the franchise. It brings too much anticipation. Let's just leave it at doing anthology stuff.
I think
point in time, do a movie.
I don't want the Rey film to be like the next era of the Star
I don't
Wars.
want it to be episode 10. I just want it to be a Rey movie.
Yeah, I think that honestly, I think that's gonna be better for Star Wars in the future.
Yep.
For the future is just don't do.
We had 2 endings to the Skywalker saga. Let's just leave it at that. You know, but I'm very glad that there's a Rey movie because I think Rey just needed space to grow as a character, and I think
Disney really is a good actress here too. People are mean.
Put Rose Tico in the movie. Keep Kelly Marie Tran do. And if John Boyega wants to come back, let him come back. Otherwise, if he
Mhm.
says no, just take it as a no, because he got screwed over out of anybody.
Yep.
Okay. That's it for Star Wars. I think it's it.
I guess one last thing before ending the stream.
Yeah.
What's gonna be the videos this week?
Oh, Indie on Wednesday, D-Arcs on Friday. Next week, Power Rangers. Week after, Ultra Orb Ring stuff, because I need time to work on those. The Dark Ring scares me, by the way, guys. It sounds like I'm summoning a demon. Sounds like I'm summoning a demon. So.
You should. The opening skit of it should be you in the dark. When you turn on the red ring, you see your face all on red.
I don't know if anyone wants to see that, but I might try it. That's it. I think we're done for the week. I know there wasn't like much Tokusatsu. I know there was Tokusatsu news, but it was like, here's a new Saber book. Here's a figure art that spoils a movie that most of us can't see. And so I was like,
oh, by the way, thanks Trigger for spoiling Great Man.
Yeah, and Trigger the studio Trigger going, people saw the movie. Here, let's just spoil everything. And I'm like, okay.
Thanks, Trigger.
So the thing is that anything, like, half the news for Tokusatsu was spoilers. Half the news was stuff I didn't care about, and that's why we didn't have any Toku news. I think that's fair enough.
And you know what? And I know people say people want to ask your thoughts on the Once and Always sneak peek. Wait, next week. The special comes out next week.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the 40 seconds that came out, but I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
So, stay tuned, though. Next week I'll do Power Rangers videos, and those are probably the best performing videos of the month.
We should make the Monday stream some kind of tier list just to complete Power Rangers week
tier
theme.
list for Power Rangers.
What have you done in terms of tier listing?
Megazords and shows. I don't think I have anything else.
Ranger suits?
Oh god, that's complicated.
Comic arcs.
That's controversial. We'll
Hey,
see
Scout,
y'all next week.
Hey, Kaus, where can people find you?
Kaus,
Well, you
tomorrow.
can follow me at Fighter Kaus on Twitch Day, which is tomorrow.
Yep.
And Soundout will be there.
I will be there.
And you can ask more stuff.
Okay, now people are putting good suggestions in the tier list chats. Yeah, Psychos did send me one. Ranger theme songs, battleizers. Okay, if we don't have enough news next week, we'll do a tier list. If there's news, we'll just have news. We'll see how the week goes. But yeah, come watch Kaus' stream tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/fighterkaus. All right, Ryan, go. Yep.
Follow me, Darko643 on YouTube and Twitter. You like the stuff you see on this channel in terms of graphic designs? Follow me on Twitter and DM me if you want commissions.
No, I'm not doing this tier list, Psychos.
You're gonna need to tell us what he's saying.
It's an every Power Ranger ever updated tier list maker.
Oh, is that like every single
That'll take
character?
me years to do.
Anyways,
right.
Where can people find you, Sound now?
Here. All these things down here.
down there.
I think you guys know. I think it's time to wrap up. We're going to get goofy soon. I mean,
Good night,
Goofy's fine.
good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. I'll see you all next week.